Happy Tuesday, everybody. Ben and Woods, 97.3. The Fan. Great to be here with you on this Tuesday morning. Today is Talking Third Person Day, so Woodsy wants to let you guys know. I want you to have a great day out there. Woodsy loves you very much. Very, very much.
Paul finds that pretty funny.
Paul is, Paul does find that funny. Ben does as well. Paulie Reindl is our executive producer of the program. Good morning, Paulie.
Paulie says, hey, how you doing?
Everybody's doing great. Ben Higgins. How are you?
Ben's good.
It's so weird.
It's National Cold Cuts Day, so Ben wants to eat a little capicola, maybe a little prosciutto.
The Nick Castellanos went third person on us at spring training. We never talked about it.
That's right.
But he went third person in our interview with him, and I loved it. I thought it sounds cool when he does it. Doesn't sound good when I do it, or when Paul does it, or when you do it. When Nick does it, it sounds good. He says, nah, it's when Nick gets in a little bit of trouble. When Nick gets up there and starts thinking about the swings and all the numbers, that's when Nick gets in a little bit of trouble. I thought it was so great.
No one could do it like the great late Ricky Henderson.
Yeah. Oh, Ricky was the best. Ricky got 10 years. It's amazing. Oh, Ricky got 15 years. Whatever that urban myth is, but yeah, he did it all the time. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you guys are having a good Tuesday morning. It's a little slow out there in the sports world right now. I'm getting charged up for the WBC. Games start, I think, Wednesday, and then the U.S. plays on Friday. Got some good matchups, man. You got some good players running around out there. Saw some cool video of teams arriving yesterday. We'll talk about the WBC today. I feel like you're going to be more into it once the games start, Benjamin.
Sports desperation will do that to
I think,
you.
yeah, it's true. It's a really good time for it. I mean, it's a really good time for it.
I mean, the basketball conference tournaments next week.
Yep.
So, I've got that to look forward to. That's a ways away still.
We should have done. I hate the coulda, woulda, shoulda, but we should have started our tournament of drops today. It's March.
It is March.
It's March. And it takes a while to get all set up and everything. But I just thought about it. I go, it's March. And we're, it's kind of slow. This would have been a great time to do it. Maybe we'll pull it together, give you a little taste or something tomorrow. I don't know. We'll figure it out amongst ourselves.
Have a play-in tournament.
Yeah, the play-in tournament is solid. That's a really good idea. Really, really good idea. But listen, man, we had a really hectic week last week. It was extremely hectic being out at spring training. In fact, we had a tweet last night from one of our tier ones. Hey, when's Eno Saris coming on the show? And I said, well, when the season starts. And Eno responded. He goes, I'll come on earlier. He goes, I'm in Arizona right now. It's a lot. And I go, yes, it is. It is a lot. It's pretty, wears you out. And I imagine Eno probably even does more than we do when we're out there. He's running around probably to multiple different camps. And
I'd say we have a more intense 4-hour window than most people out there.
He has a long
but he's got a longer day.
He's got a longer day.
Well, we've seen Eno when he's traveling for business.
He's probably drunk.
He's
honestly.
How things get late at night for Eno. I
He's
mean,
probably drunk, if I'm being honest with you.
He goes hard like a solid business traveler should. We don't really do what we're supposed to do when we're business traveling.
No, it's not, and it's not because it's business travel. It's because you can't do a morning show every day, a good one at least, living that lifestyle. You just can't. I lived that lifestyle for 20 years. This job, this career saved my life, literally saved my life. I couldn't live that way.
You don't want the three of us coming in here every morning.
Especially me.
Welcome in on a Tuesday. I've got a headache.
Ben, you have the best. You have never seen a bigger C word in your life than me hungover. Ever. Never. It's the worst. It's why I don't do it anymore. You tweets. You can't do this gig that way. You just can't do it, man. You can't burn it at both ends. You get every now and then, but like all the time, there's just no way. You guys have a good day yesterday?
Did I have a good day yesterday? What did I do yesterday?
Yesterday was Monday. It all runs together. I get it.
I did. I was busy.
Yeah?
March is a very busy month for me.
How so?
A lot of Padres production.
Oh, yeah.
Starting to come down the pipeline.
You're just on call, basically.
A lot of people not honoring their own deadlines.
Yes. Deadlines around here are...
They don't mean much.
They're movable. It kind of defeats the purpose of the actual deadline.
I think last year was actually like surprisingly cool, if I remember correctly. It was the year before that where I was
homicidal.
Like,
he like lost his mind.
Like, I think I was staying downtown the night before opening day because we had our show that morning. And I'm like, literally, I had to write emails and going, I will not be able to do this at 7:00 the night before opening day.
I can't. I'm sorry. Tell your client I'm sorry, man.
Your deadline was like 2 weeks ago. So
they're very loose around here.
But no, just kind of starting to get ready for all of that work. It's a busy month.
It's a lot. It is. And you know, you hear it on the station. Paulie does all the imaging on the station. So when you get a new client, of course they want to be in the Padres broadcast, but then you got to send it over to the guy that's like blah blah blah, you know, and lays his voice to it. Paulie's got to upload it. They got to get it all dialed in. So it is, not so deadlines is what we call them here. They're not honored very much. Benjamin, how was your day, sir?
My day was fine. Was able to successfully pick up my car. Had to replace the tire. It was pretty shredded, but got me in and out very quickly again.
Our guy Brian.
I appreciate Brian. Yeah, he heard from his colleagues that I talked about him on the radio, so he seemed kind of tickled by that.
I thought that was cool that you took him a signed 8x10 of you. I did. I thought that was very nice and generous of you.
Yeah.
And I hope to see it in the dealership.
Right?
Yeah, personalize it. Thank you, Brian.
And then, worked the anchor desk last night at Channel 10.
Did great. I was waiting for you to flub, and you didn't.
You know, it was interesting because I had to really decide, how does everyone say the name of the country that we're currently at war with?
Iran.
Not bad. That's what I think everyone does say. Iran. Because people say it a lot of different ways.
It's kind of like a Iran.
Not Iran.
That's flock of seagulls.
Not Iran.
Not Iran.
Iran. Yeah. I wanted to make sure I said it the same every time because I didn't want to be bouncing around with different pronunciations all night long. So I was very conscious. So I had to say it about 87 times over the course of my 5 newscasts, and I wanted to make sure. Okay, Iranians.
Adolf Hitler,
Iran, Iranians, Iran.
I was waiting for something last night. I was like, "Come on, give me something." I was eating dinner.
Adolf Hitler.
Speaking of play-in tournament, there it is, right there. Like it's as good as in, dude.
I think that has a bye.
That actually may be a bye. You know, I've got one of those words. You guys know what it is. You know the word that I struggle so badly with saying because I have to read it in spots and I say it differently every time and I don't know what to do. Remember, we did it last week. Come on. You were both in the room.
What was it?
Your word.
What does it start with?
P.
P. I'm not getting it.
Premiere.
Oh, that's right.
I can't do it.
Premiere.
So when I am reading a spot, I will say premiere.
Premier.
Like the
Premier.
The English Premier
English
League.
Premier League. So I'll be like,
it's the same. It's kind of the same word because there's premiere and there's premiere, like a movie premiere.
Right.
The Premier League.
The Premier
sometimes
League.
It has an E at the end. Sometimes it doesn't.
Then there's premier, right? There's premier. So I was talking about, it was like a Sedano Ford spot. And I'm reading like, if you want the ultimate luxury, check out the Premier. And in my spot, you hear me say Premier, and I can't say it.
I think I remember.
Paulie goes, you want to change it? I go,
did that
just
in
leave
production.
it. Yeah, we did it in production.
I was like, just so you know,
you said it.
You said Premier once, and then you said Premier, and then back to Premier.
I can't do it.
You know, people are going to want to put an asterisk. I can never say that word. Asterisk.
Look at my wife in the chat, Benny. I've recently made the full-time switch to Channel 10 for news, so we see a lot more of Ben. It's great. My kids love it.
Thank you.
We enjoyed you last night, and then
converting one household at a time.
SD Jonesy said our house too.
Nice.
Yeah, bee's knees. The English major of all people. Like I know how to say the word. I just don't know when to. I end up always saying premier instead of premier.
I'm not actually sure. Are there multiple different pronunciations, or is it simply the British pronunciation versus the American pronunciation?
That might be
or
it.
Are they like two totally different words? Like a movie premiere is the first showing of the
movie premiere,
but
not
like
the movie premiere,
but the like a premiere experience.
No, I think
like
it's premiere.
Top tier. Is it always premiere, or are there two different words?
I don't know, but every time I see it, I get the flop sweats when it's in my copy. I'm like, can we change this to another word? Because you'll hear, if you listen closely, in my Sedano spot, the one I recently did, I say the premiere, and then I'll say the premiere, the Lincoln Corsair premiere or something. I don't even know what it was, but it's just terrible. I had such a Rockwellian day and night yesterday.
Rockwellian.
Like Norman Rockwell.
Oh, Norman Rockwell.
Yeah, Rockwellian. Need a massive down payment to drive a Premier Ford as our local Premier. By proving you don't need a massive down payment to drive a Premier Ford as our local. What an idiot!
Split the difference.
I kind of did.
All the pronunciations.
Yeah.
Premier. Anyway, it was Rockwellian, not Iraqwellian. Rockwellian. Cole had the got out of here, went to the gym, had a great gym session in my new gym. Dodger Love and LA Fitness, as I told you. But it was great. It was great. I work out in the meathead section. Now, I am not a meathead, but I'm a meathead at heart.
What are the other sections?
You've got there's a bunch.
Okay.
They've got the cardio section. They got racquetball. They got the just kind of the light machines. They've got the treadmills. They've got the ellipticals, right? But
I like the upstairs. I'm scared, so I'm just gonna go stretch on the mats.
the top balcony deck. It's all dark.
Maybe an indoor track I can walk around. Maybe some nice, comfortable mats to just stretch it out.
It's like, are there people? Do they go up there? It's all dark and dank.
Does my membership allow me to go up there?
It's so funny, Paulie, because I used to work out at the Y, and there is one of there. At the Y, you're like, who goes up there? Are you guys okay? Hey, you can come down here. Nobody's going to judge you.
So you're down in the actual, like, the weight benches and the free weights, the meathead section.
So I go to the meathead section. It is tucked back in the corner, and let me tell you, I am by far the skinny, fattiest guy back there, okay? Like
how can you be the skinny?
I'm skinny
fattiest?
Fat, dude. That's what I am. I got skinny ass legs. I got skinny ass arms. I got a fat belly.
Skinny in the wrong places,
Yes.
fat in the wrong places.
So I'm back there in the meathead section. And now listen, I told you guys this the other day. I am literally at heart, I'm a meathead. Like I have creatine every morning. I miss my supplements when I'm gone. I love to lift weights. I love it. But I go back there and I don't look like they do. I don't look like them. And I don't lift the same amount of weight. And I don't care. This guy is leaning over a bench. He's got like 80-pound dumbbells and he's doing concentration curls. And his biceps are like this. I have got 25s and I'm doing hammer curls sitting down. I'm like, yeah, buddy, let's get it today.
All the work, all the expense, all the inconvenience,
Yes.
none of the results.
None of the results. Absolutely zero of the results. But I love the section. I love it. They're grunting. They stare at themselves in the mirror. They're like, ugh. So I love the
clank of the of the bar hitting the rack again.
The culture back there. I love it. Nobody talks to me. I don't talk to them. They kind of congregate in a group, which is fine. I don't want to be in anyone's group. I like to go by myself and do it. So I had such a good workout. I was so happy with the results. Then I left. And I went home and picked the kids up from school, picked up Bo from school, and then we had a baseball practice for an hour and a half. And it was fantastic. It was one of the best practices I think I've ever had. It was great. Everybody played well. We got our first game this weekend. Then I came home, my wife, my beloved wife, make a big deal out of it because it doesn't happen often. But I walked in to an actual dinner on the table when I walked in from practice, which was such a treat. It was chicken breast, green beans, and potatoes. And I went, it's a meathead meal. I love the meathead meal. And I go, this is just as good as it gets. Got the kids showered, hit the sack, did a little card action, as you know. Sold my very first card on eBay. I'm awaiting.
Congratulations.
I'm awaiting payment right now. But
Have
we'll
you
see if it
broken
goes
even
through.
now? You're good? No,
We got a little
quite.
work to do.
Okay.
We got a little work to do. My wife just told me to STFU. It is a rarity that dinner is on the table. We've been together a long time. I can count on Again, on 3 fingers. How many times dinner's been on the table when I walk the door? Not something I expect. I usually do most of the cooking, but it was just nice to walk in.
It was a treat. It was a nice treat.
I opened the door and I went, oh my God, she's made something. And it was delicious. She crushed it. So it was Rockwellian. It was and then the beautiful sunset last night. It was just a perfect evening. I got a little color in my face. And then I woke up to the blood moon this morning. Did you guys see the blood moon?
I heard about it. I saw some social media pictures, but I didn't see it myself.
Briefly, like through clouds.
It's got about a partial eclipse that turned the moon reddish.
It was. We walked out together this morning. She walked me to my car, and we looked at it. It was spectacular. Now she was up hours before me and got an even better picture of it. But it was badass. So I'm in a pretty good headspace this morning.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have a weird thing that's been happening to me the last few days. Ever since we went to spring training, do you ever have like a song that follows you around?
Every day of my life.
Really?
Yeah.
But not one that you picked.
Oh,
like
no.
I heard it twice at spring training. I'm not trying to listen for it, and then it just keeps popping up.
Oh, that's happened before.
Like on TV, and then I hear it again. But it's not
through the desert.
No, that was in my own head. This was not in my head. It's not even a song It's not a bad song. It's just a really old song, and I heard it at least 2 times when we were in Arizona, and I've heard it like 4 times since we've gotten back, and I don't know why it would be playing all over the place. It's "Long Cool Woman in a Black Dress."
And a long, cool woman in a black dress.
I just can't get away from it. It's not on any of my playlists. I don't listen to it, but I have heard it at least 6 times in the last week.
There's no way. I think it's scientifically impossible. You got a bone to a woman with a bad. Oh, that song. Is that the one?
It's everywhere in my life.
It's
everywhere in my life right now.
God, makes me want to cry.
He was a long, cold woman in a black dress.
Oh, it's so
1971, the Hollies. I don't know why 55 years later,
6 times.
I can't get away from it.
That's almost as bad as "Ain't That Tough Enough" from the Fabulous Thunderbirds or whatever.
So that song's just following you around.
Yes.
Where?
It started when we were at the complex. It played at least once, and then I was somewhere else.
Who was playing that at the Arizona
I
Sports
don't know.
Cronenworth.
It's just been everywhere in my life, and I don't know if I'm just now like listening for it, and I just keep hearing it.
Did you see it on the radio? Or did you hear it on the radio?
No, it's usually like playing like over a speaker somewhere where I'm just walking around and there it is again.
I can see it playing at Chompy's when we were sitting there for lunch.
Might have been there. Yeah,
God,
I think it was. Yeah. It's just kind of fun. It's weird.
I'm with you, McKee. I always think it's CCR. Always. Yes, 100%. It sounds like CCR.
Yeah.
What a weird song to be following
really
somebody.
Weird.
I had it for years. Wonderwall was every time I got in the car, Wonderwall was on, but I think that was just a symptom of the time. They just played it a lot.
This one is not a symptom of the time. There's no reason for that song to be playing constantly
symptom of
in my life.
4 decades
but
ago.
Now I hear it so much, it's now randomly just popping in my head.
Oh, now
like
I'm
when
dead.
I get up in the morning, long cool woman in a black dress. It's like, stop.
I'll be in the gym today. I did a long cool working for the FBI. So bad, dude. It's such a bad song.
Temperature started to rise. She was alone. I just can't get away from it. Now everyone else in San Diego
screwed everybody.
It's gonna happen in their head too.
Yeah, was it in a movie?
Maybe
probably Forrest Gump or something. I don't know. It was just it's one of those songs.
I remember it like in Remember the Titans.
Yeah. Yes, it was in Remember the Titans. Yeah, it's an immediate change of the channel.
The Beef says it's a great bad song.
Is it a great bad song?
Or is it a bad great song?
Yeah, maybe, but it is an earworm. It's probably, I mean, in 71 when that came out, you're probably like, oh, yes, dude. These Hollies kick ass. But I think it's been 40 years of it, and I think we're over it at this point. And it is a random song to be following me around.
Very random in the year 2026 to be following me around.
That's so good, man. That is so good. Now no one's going to be able to escape it for the rest of the day.
Everyone be listening. Tell me why it's being played all over the place. Is it in a commercial and I just keep it just keeps popping up.
It's like when we talk about like hot wings on the show. Everyone's like, "Well, guess what I had for lunch?" It's just work. Hey, advertising works. Businesses out there, it really does. So the Hollies, you're welcome for the little bump on Spotify that you're going to get today. Those 6 cents will go a long way for you. But
for any member of the Hollies who may still be with us.
Correct. So I don't know much about the Hollies, to be honest with you, but
which is rare for you.
It is, but it's probably because I hate it. That's a big part of it. I like it. I'll do some research, but I don't think
those
I've
are
really
still active.
Are they?
Yeah,
playing
according to their
Saquon
Wikipedia,
Casino at some point, I'm sure.
Right.
Circus Vargas, perhaps. No, that's a good one. That's a real good one. Let's get cranking.
All right, let's get going. We'll start by talking some Padres when we come back. Michael King, a little up and down yesterday. His performance at spring training, second start. We'll talk about that and more. Set the menu for the Tuesday edition of Ben and Woods. We got some college basketball tonight as well. All of that coming up after our first check of traffic with Kelly Danick. Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Humul Casino Resort, now open.
He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino.
Our friend Sam Nair has deduced at least one major component of my long, cool woman fixation.
Yeah.
There is a new series that is debuting on ABC called R.J. Decker. And there's commercials being played, and it is in the trailer. So when I'm anchoring and a commercial comes on, I'm not really paying attention, but I've got it in my ear.
There it is.
And I'm not watching it or thinking about it, but it keeps popping up in my ear without me even knowing it.
Subconsciously.
While I am
the intro goes
anchoring
pretty
the
hard.
news.
That intro goes really hard, actually. I like
That's
that.
Good intro.
Not bad.
And then he starts to sing, and it kind of makes me nuts. But listen to each their
But
own.
I know I've heard it other places.
Hold on. Saturday night, I was downtown
Working
for the FBI.
There's a Fed.
He's a Fed. Okay. So he's like a spy, and he's looking for the long, cool woman in a black dress. Right?
Sounds right.
Okay. I'd like to do a segment
Sitting
where
in a nest of bad men, whiskey bottles piling high.
Okay.
Bootlegging boozer on the west side, full of people who are doing wrong. Just about to call up the DA man when I heard this woman singing a song. A pair of 45s made me open my eyes. My temperature started to rise.
hold on. A pair of 45s. Her breasts?
No, I think it's guns.
Oh, pair of 45s.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought
She
you were
was a
talking about her
long,
boobs.
cool woman in a black dress. What a 5'9", like height, beautiful, tall. With just one look, I was a bad mess because that long, cool woman had it all.
Oh, maybe I like it now. Intrigue, a lot of intrigue. And
So there you go.
I love it. So that's why. So it's just creeping in your dome every night as you're working.
Yes.
Got
That's
it.
part of it,
That
at
makes
least, for
sense.
sure.
It makes sense.
All right, coming up on the Tuesday edition of Ben and Woods. We're going to try to have some fun today with our regular features like Don't Do This, Take on Woods, and the Reindl Report. Sammy Levitt will check in from spring training with us in our 9 o'clock hour after Craig Stammen meets with the media today. But let's just jump right into yesterday's game.
Hopefully somebody asked Craig Stammen what the hell's wrong with his baseball team right now. That's what I want to know.
So
Uninspired.
yesterday,
They lose again.
Yeah, lost again.
I'm so turned off by this team's spring performance.
Actually,
that I didn't even
watched 7-2.
watch.
I was able to watch most of the game yesterday. It was on TV. Jesse and Tony calling the action, Padres.tv. And you saw some good and not so good from Michael King. It was his second start of the Cactus League. And in the first inning, just seemed like he was a little off. And he said so afterwards, just the mechanics didn't feel quite right.
Yep.
Hung a changeup to Tyler Soderstrom, who knocked it clean almost out of the stadium
Was that a
for a
changeup?
2-run home run. Yeah.
It looked like
Inside changeup.
looked like a little two-seamer that didn't seam at all and just floated up there. And God knows I've thrown enough of those in my life to know what that feels like. And he just dropped the head, and it was gone.
Yeah, but then he came back, struck out the next three guys, and you think, okay, there's Michael King for you. And then he kind of got BABIP to death with 2 outs in the second, had ground ball single, line drive single, full count walk, and then another ground ball single that scored 2. So now you're down 4-0. They take him out because that inning's starting to go too long. They don't want to keep him out there, but they bring him back in the third and gets I think a double play grounder, and that was it. So not a particularly great effort for Michael King. I think he looks kind of rusty, which is to be expected, given he hasn't pitched at least fully healthy in, about 10 months since, he went down with the nerve injury. When he came back, he wasn't quite Michael King. He talked about that as well, that he pitched through quite a bit of knee pain.
Yeah.
Had the injection, the cortisone injection. He was always worried, like every time he pitched and every time he stepped, is that knee pain going to just, am I feel that every single time I step? He's healthy now, but clearly got a little ways to go before he locks completely in and gets back to being Michael King.
With his, I would say, fairly unorthodox delivery, he's a crossfires against against his body. if his mechanics don't feel right, man, it probably bodes for a poor day for him. And it's hard. Like, you don't see a lot of guys start closed and end closed. Like just completely walled off, showing his number to the hitter every single time. And it's a different way. And if he doesn't feel locked in, it is you get results like that yesterday. And listen, A's are a good hitting team. Listen, I saw some of the highlights of Leo Dallas DeVries, who was our number one prospect, and I believe it's the A's number one prospect. I believe he's the number one prospect in all of baseball, maybe right now, or he's at top 10 at least. He looks slick. He does. He does look like he's going to be a star in this league. Had a couple singles, made a unbelievable play on a ball hit up the middle. Fantastic arm, the whole thing. I thought it was a cool moment when they took him out of the game. Ran around, went by the Padres dugout, was dapping up all his old friends and coaches from the organization. But yeah, man, I when I start to feel bad about Leo Dallas DeVries, I then remember Mason Miller is a Padre. So I'm really hoping for the best for both of them. You know, I really am. I think Leo's a really talented kid, and he's fun to watch play. You would pay money to go watch a guy like that play baseball.
Oh yeah. He'll thrive in the new city, the new team, all that.
He'll be maybe ready to come up right about the time they're moving to Las Vegas as well. You know, that'll be a player that city can kind of embrace as their own, their first
pretty solid
coming up, which is pretty cool.
You know, a Nick Kurtz and Lawrence Butler and guys like that, and then add him into the mix. Like, that'll be an exciting
exciting
when they
team.
move to Vegas.
Yeah, and I thought, one thing that was important yesterday too, Casty playing some first base yesterday, getting quite a bit of action. And he pulled the move that every single first baseman that's learning the position makes. When you're playing first base, you see the second baseman usually behind you, right? You're in maybe a little bit and just kind of in your periphery. And a ball is hit to your right, and you're a left-handed first baseman, right? Or a right-handed first baseman. So you got to cross your body, and you all you do is go for the ball. And you're like, then you realize I'm way too far away, and he's got a beat on it. Now I got to get my ass back to first base to try to cover. I can't make it back. I've gone too far.
It's the only real position on the diamond where you have to show that kind of restraint,
dude. Yes, and
occasionally a pitcher is wiser to let one go, but for the most part, if you're a third baseman, you get to it, it's yours.
Yes.
If you're a shortstop, you get to it, it's yours. You're a second baseman, you get to it, it's yours. But at first base, sometimes you have to think to yourself,
is he going to be there?
I could get to this, but I shouldn't get to this. I should go the other way, which is, I think, probably the toughest adjustment. Is your instincts are telling you go for the ball when you really should be going away from the ball and going toward first.
It's like you get like one step, one move to your right, and if it's more than that, you're not going to have enough time. You got to get back.
That's why I love playing first. The guys love playing first base with me, because I don't move. If it's hit to my right, I just run to the bag because I have no chance of getting it. I'll be there. You go get it, second base, and I'll be there for the throw. It happens. Benny,
PFPs in adult league are usually not as
it's not
efficient.
A thing. But I'll tell you, like coaching Little League right now, every first baseman on every team, if a ball's hit over there, they are beelining towards it. And I'm like, no, hold your position. And, listen, Casty's a pro. And you just need a million of those reps.
But the instincts are going to be tough to overcome, which means if I'm the pitcher, and in that case, it was Omar Cruz, one of the Padres prospects, and there's a ball hit over there, and you're thinking, that's a routine grounder to second. I'm still sprinting over there, and he didn't get there fast enough because you have to know that your first baseman might be going the wrong direction.
He's brand new,
I need to get over there quickly just in case. And hopefully that's a lesson learned by both guys. And you won't see that. But he did make a couple of good plays as well. Started a nice double play. He doesn't look like it's going to be too much for him.
No, not at all.
Just needs more reps, more comfort and instincts. But, doesn't look like a bad first baseman at all. Got pulled off the bag once by Sun Moon Song. And I want to talk about him in a second as well.
Cassie also got robbed of a double, by the way.
Oh, he had a great at-bat. This is why in spring training
sucks.
And you look at the results and you go 7-2. It's like, well, Padres had 2 on, nobody out. Castellanos, and if you weren't watching the game, battled for I think it was a 10-pitch at-bat. On the 10th pitch, ripped one down the left field line, one-hopping the wall fair. Should have been a 2-run double. Umpire on the third base guy goes, foul. You can't review it. You can't do anything. Just totally botched the call.
Yeah, fair ball, double, 2 runs.
And then on the next pitch, he rounds into a double play. Yeah. So that was a great at-bat by Castellanos. A 10-pitch, 2-run double that instead goes down in the box score as ground into double play.
dude. Yeah. Stupid.
That's really dumb.
Stupid game. It's a stupid game.
I'm guessing Casty knows that his coaches also saw that, and that he
Of course.
He watches that and he goes, "Cool, I don't have to run."
Yeah, exactly.
I did my job on this at bat. That's fine. This is a spring training game. That's a double. Everybody, you know it. I know it. Everybody else knows it, except for the third base umpire who maybe was screamed a little bit. I have no idea.
Spring training for those guys too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
we're going to talk about
Seungwon Song. But first, let's get an update from traffic. I know there's a big mess on the 805. Let's get that quick update from Kelly Danick, see what's going on out there.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Creative Repipe. All of a sudden, we got big problems, especially on southbound side of the 805 right before the 8. Big rig fire has got 3 right lanes blocked, as well as part of that transition to the 8. So you might want to avoid that freeway if you can. Southbound side of the 805 just before the 8. Also, traveling on westbound King Freeway before Federal, 2-car collision. One's in the center divide. One is over to the right shoulder. Crash on eastbound 8 before El Cajon Boulevard. That has been moved over to the right shoulder. Now getting reports of a hit-and-run accident on northbound 15 past Carmel Mountain Road. Not showing if lanes are blocked. We still have that traffic alert out on the 78 in Ramona. This is eastbound lanes of Sutherland Dam Road. Big rig went off the roadway. Don't wait until that water leak in your home becomes a flood. Call Creative Repipe for whole house repipes. Get a 20% discount plus a lifetime warranty. Free estimates with financing available. Visit creativerepipe.com. That's creativerepipe.com. And Kelly Danick with Ben & Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All right, pack your patience this morning and listen to a little extra Ben & Woods.
Yeah, we'll be here
if
for you.
Stuck in any of that traffic, all guests on Ben & Woods appear on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. Had Seungwon Song getting the start at third base yesterday with Manny Machado off for the World Baseball Classic. Jake Cronenworth at short. And again, one start in spring training is not something to make vast sweeping judgments about. But Seungwon Song did not look particularly comfortable, given it is his natural position. Had a couple of indecisive plays, a bad throw that pulled Castellanos off the bag, and maybe a little nerves just getting over there and sitting in Manny's position for the first time. Did have a base hit on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball, which is a good side, but haven't seen anything in terms of driving the ball power. Now, none of this is unexpected. If you remember when Ha-Sung Kim came over, and eventual All-Star was not much to look at the first spring training.
But he could also pick it. He could pick it, though.
He always
could pick it.
And Song is supposedly a good defender when he's out there. He just didn't look comfortable for the most part. You just wonder, though, they're about to ask him maybe to try shortstop, to try outfield. And it would be nice if he already looked comfortable in one of his normal positions before you started throwing him in other positions at spring training. But you're potentially relying on him for a lot of your utility backup roles. And if that is the case, I would hope that you're feeling at least comfortable and confident that he can do those jobs.
Well, listen, if he can't, Ben, that's a bigger problem, and your only other option really on the infield that is got time is Mason McCoy.
Correct.
Who is one of the better defenders you will ever see. He cannot hit. He just cannot hit. It's very difficult to hit at the big league level. He's not very adept at it. But boy, can he pick it. I mean, that dude can pick it with the best of them in the big league. So, it's a decision. It's a decision. They spent a lot of money, or not a lot of money, but they spent more money on Song than they spent on Mason McCoy. So he's probably going to get the first look. And, if he falters, this is a team that has championship and at least playoff aspirations. Everyone's got to be doing their part and pulling their weight. So, I wouldn't overreact too much to one game. The hitting is encouraging, being able to time up at 98 and hit it hard up the middle is good.
214 average, 214 slug. It's all singles. It's nothing but singles.
Our own next Korean Luis Arise. Perhaps.
So far. He had some power in Korea, but it is very early.
Yeah, he'll get his groove. He's still, remember those guys too. They're new culture, new everything.
But the guy who needs to be cheering for Seungwon Song is probably Bryce Johnson. Because if they need to keep another infielder because Song isn't getting the job done, that could cost the last spot on the roster, which we thought might go to Bryce Johnson, might have to go to Mason McCoy if you don't trust that. You need to have a backup shortstop.
You definitely
or
do.
a backup infielder that you can trust to move around. You have backup outfielders with Andujar and Castellanos.
Yeah, in a pinch. Yep.
You can throw them out there in the pinch. So, Bryce Johnson would be a nice piece to have coming off the bench, pinch running defensively.
Switch hitter, as we know.
But not as essential as, hey, if Xander went down in the middle of a game, what are we going to do?
Right.
Do we have to put Jake out there? And Jake looked fine at shortstop as he usually does.
Yeah, solid, man.
He's solid all around the diamond, but then Song goes to second. Are you comfortable with him there? I just, I'm taking a wait and see approach right now with Sungwon Song.
Yeah, and listen, I'm taking a wait and see approach with every single player on that team right now because the season doesn't start for 3 weeks. I'm not going to get upset about spring training results right now. I think it's fine to highlight the positives. Logan Gillespie came in, struck out the side. I thought that was really nice. His velo was up.
My goodness, the Padres have a just embarrassment of riches.
It's crazy, man.
Logan Gillespie is probably like their 13th best reliever, and he comes in and dominates. A pretty good. A couple of guys had come out, but they brought some real guys with them, and he went 2 2/3, 3 strikeouts, no hits, and he has like zero chance of making this team. At least out of spring training, zero chance of making the San Diego Padres. Should Logan Gillespie be looked at as a starter? Should they be? They're stretching him out a little bit. If you don't have other options, he's another guy that maybe the Padres need to be looking at, converting into a starter because you have too many good relievers. It's the one team that has that problem in baseball.
Yep.
You have too many good relievers, and even the best, even the guys like that would easily be making other teams like Logan Gillespie have no chance at cracking the Padres bullpen to start the season.
Well, and as far as the roster goes, man, it's I just don't think there's a lot of room. Like Gabe asks in the chat, when do we start looking at Jose Miranda as making the team? Who is it going to be for? It's not going to be for Castellanos, right? I think
is he your backup infielder?
He can only play first, though, right?
I don't know.
We are in desperate need of catching help, as it turns out, for the San Diego Padres. Blake Hunt has an oblique injury, so he's out. And I don't know what they're going to do. We keep adding journeyman pitchers, but I think a journeyman catcher needs to be next on the roster for A.J. Preller. I'm sure he's working it right now. Gabe Velasquez says Jose has played third and short. Hey, he doesn't look like a shortstop, does he?
Jose Miranda.
I'm sorry. So yeah, Christian Vasquez is out there still. They got to do something because their third option.
You need
injured.
more for spring training, like bodies.
Yes,
I don't know that you need more catching at the season necessarily, but
maybe.
I've been. Who's the guy? He actually has hit pretty well. He didn't play yesterday. Who's the other catcher? Rodolfo Duran. He's actually looked okay in a couple of opportunities. Not that I think he's going to beat out Luis Camposano as the backup, but if at some point someone went on the injured list and you needed to bring him up for 2 or 3 weeks, might be an internal option that you have during the season as a potential third catcher or backup catcher.
Tyler with a pretty good point here. He says Logan Gillespie has been named the 5th starter in the Padres rotation. Would be like the equivalent to Craig Stammen has been named the new Padres manager after all of the arms competing in spring training. Very good. By the way, congrats to Tyler and his wife. They just welcomed a baby girl onto the planet here recently. Tyler, one of our biggest tier ones.
Oh, congratulations.
Picture of him with his new baby yesterday. So congrats to the Ellison family.
Congrats to Jason Adam.
Yes.
Who also welcomed baby girl number 5.
So we asked him
to the Adam family.
Remember,
he
the Adam
know.
Family, by the way.
The Adam family.
I asked. Oh, Tyler said not yet due in April. All right, sorry. I thought I saw a picture of him with a baby that said "Girl Dad" on it. So I guess I assumed
he was right though. Jason just assumed.
Jason thought he goes, "We're not going to find out on this one," and he goes, we'll see what happens." And it was a girl. It was a girl.
Again.
5
for 5. All girls.
All right. Sorry about that, Tyler. He said he was just getting ready. He had the baby carrier on, and he said, "Girl Dad." So sorry that I assumed that you've had
just
your child.
Empty baby carrier.
Empty baby carrier. So my bad. Sorry.
It's good to get some practice in.
Yeah, it is. It's not going to help. But
was it a baby Bjorn? We had a baby Bjorn.
It was like, around the sits right here amongst your breasts and nestles his cute little head and slobbers all over you. Yeah. 5 girls.
Oh, the drool. I forgot about the You end up with all over your shirt, just as they just drool
vomit,
all over
urine,
you.
feces, you name it. You name it. You get the whole thing.
Caitlin says 5 girls. Dear God.
Dear God.
For
Dear
the Jason Adam clan.
Can't even wrap my head around.
That is tough.
I can't wrap my head around 5 kids.
I mean, if it's 50-50 for each child, that's 5 in a row. You're starting to you're beating the odds for sure.
What do you mean?
Well, each child has a 50% chance of being a boy or a girl. So to get 5 girls, you're really beating the odds.
It is.
It's like 5, coin flips in a row, all being heads.
That is insane.
How long would it take for you to get that? But they got it.
They got it. Boy, it would have been weird for him. It would have been strange because it's easy. It's probably easy now. They're like, we got all the clothes. We got everything we need. We don't have to change any color schemes around here. We're all good. But 5 kids is a lot. I can't imagine the schedules for 5 children. I just can't. Phillip Rivers, how many do you have? 10?
10.
10 kids? Yeah. It's staggering to think about. There's just no way. 2 is almost overwhelming sometimes, but we feel like we have a good handle on it. 1 more is going to be tough potentially.
Nick says 2.5% chance of getting all 5 of the same.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Lots
of tax deductions. That's true. That's nice. But
be weird though, like if they all get married and take their husbands' names, then you don't have any
Adams heirs, any Adams left
carrying on the
That's
name.
5 weddings to pay for. Also, This is pretty gnarly.
He's gonna be pitching until he's 50.
I've just signed with the Tijuana Toros. I'm really looking forward to my 47th year pitching in baseball.
Why Jason Adams, have joined the Savannah Bananas.
Full time. One of their arms.
I'll be in the marketing department, and he pitches.
That's great. That's greatness. So, listen, don't get too up in arms about Sung Moon Song or Michael King. These guys hopefully will be ready for the season. I mean, it's not great. You turn on the TV, you're like, oh, cool, already down 2-0 in the first. Like, it's not exactly your favorite thing to see from one of your favorite pitchers of all time, but it happens to the best of them.
Padres will take on the Chicago White Sox today in Glendale. Nick Pivetta will be on the mound, making another spring training start.
I saw in this article, it said presumptive opening day starter Nick Pivetta will get. You think that's probably accurate?
I know AC's been kind of going with that narrative. My guess is he's heard a whisper here or there. Craig Stammen's been pretty
tight-lipped,
non-committal about the opening day starter. I think it said a lot that Nick Pivetta decided not to pitch in the WBC and wanted to stay in camp with the San Diego Padres. Let's talk a little bit more about the WBC, though, because people are a little mad with Tarek Skubal and the fact that he's only pitching once.
You're mad about it.
We see. I'm not mad. I just don't know what the point is necessarily. Fernando Tatis Jr. and the Dominican Republic lineup could be out as well. Talk about all of that live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. It's Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan. Should see Mason Miller on the mound today for Team USA.
Let's go.
Going to take on the San Francisco Giants in an exhibition tune-up game for the WBC. Paul Skeens getting the start, but Miller expected to get an inning in relief somewhere as they play and get ready for their first game in Houston on Friday. And the starting rotation is out for the opening round matchups for Team USA as well. At least Mark DeRosa has a tentative rotation set for the 4 pool play games for Team USA. Game 1, Logan Webb against Brazil on Friday.
Okay.
Game 2, Tarek Skubal versus Great Britain.
Okay.
Game 3, Paul Skeens versus Mexico. And Game 4, Nolan,
I love Paul Skeens.
Tentatively, Nolan McLean versus Italy. I guess McLean's been battling illness, so he hasn't been able to join the team yet. So that one's going to be subject to change. But that's the initial starting 4 rotation for Team USA in the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, that'll play. That'll play for sure. I know you're still upset about Tarek Skubal, and you're not the only one. A lot of people I saw yesterday upset that Tarek Skubal is going to throw 55 pitches-ish against Great Britain. Wondering.
Ben was mad.
He was mad this morning.
Why did you DM his wife and yell at her?
And yell at her about it.
That was mean. That was uncalled for.
I don't care enough about the WBC to be specifically irate at Tarek Skubal. What bothers me, and I know your argument, you take any Tarek Skubal you can get.
And yes.
Here's what I don't like. He will go and, of course, dominate Great Britain in his 55 pitches. But he's putting nothing on the line. If Team USA wins the World Baseball Classic at the end, then he'll get his medal and everyone will say, yay, you were part of Team USA. If they lose, he'll have nothing to do with it because they'll have lost to a better team like the Dominican Republic or Japan when he wasn't there helping the team. So he's putting nothing on the line. He's getting basically a spring training start against Great Britain, the way Joe Musgrove is getting a spring training start against Great Britain. There's no chance, I don't think, that Great Britain could possibly beat the United States with or without Tarek Skubal.
No.
So he's really risking nothing to get the glory of winning the WBC at the end if Team USA wins. And if they lose, then no one can say, oh, it's Tarek Skubal's fault because he blew it against the Dominican Republic, because he's not going to put himself on the line against any of the good teams or the players. He's trying to have his cake and eat it too.
I doubt very much that's what he's trying to do. I doubt very much he's trying to skirt competition here and go, gee, I hope everybody picks me up so I can win a medal too. It's Tarek Skubal, who, by the way, probably going to get a $500 million contract from the Los Angeles Dodgers in 1 year's time.
Which is fine. Then just don't pitch in the WBC.
He wants to pitch for his country.
Be like
so
Nick Pivetta and don't pitch because you've got bigger fish to fry than the WBC. I would respect that. But I kind of don't respect just going to throw one 55-pitch spring training outing essentially against Great Britain and then taking all the accolades of being part of Team USA for the WBC.
Taking the accolades per se, like I don't think he's, again, skirting the competition of Team Japan or the DR or anything like that. It's Tarek Skubal after all.
I know he's not afraid of them.
Right.
But he's not going to pitch against them.
Correct.
He's not going to be part of the important games of this tournament.
Every game is important, right? And that's 55 pitches that somebody doesn't have to throw down the road. As somebody that's managed 1,000 tournaments, and sometimes the best pitcher, the guy with the best arm goes, hey, bro, I got to work Saturday and Sunday. Cool if I come out and throw a pool play game against a bad team on Friday night? My answer is unequivocally always, yes, please. I'm begging you. I'm begging you.
So now you don't have to worry about that game.
And if we win, I'll give you your ring after it's over. It's happened 1,000 times. And this is a guy, that probably works at a car dealership, not a guy that's on the line for a $500 million contract. Does
Skubal have an obligation, or he only wants to pitch one game?
The obligation, I think, was I want to be ready for the Detroit Tigers in opening day.
Is he leaving the team or anything? Like, could he have picked any game?
I don't know that he could have picked any game, but this is the game that he picked.
I was going to say, maybe Ben should be more upset at Mark DeRosa.
I'm pretty sure if I'm Mark DeRosa and I get one game of Tarek Skubal, but I get to pick what game it is, it's probably going to be the semifinals or the finals. It's not going to be a pool play game against Great Britain.
I think if you get a chance to get Tarek Skubal, you take it.
So my guess is Tarek Skubal told him what game.
Like, this is the game I can play.
This is the game I'm going to pitch. If you want me, this is the one. It needs to be this day It's probably not the opponent. I don't think it has to be Great Britain.
No.
It was probably
That
like,
day.
hey, that Saturday or whatever it is.
That's where I can go.
That's what goes in my normal build up for the season.
Yep.
I'll be at about 55 pitches. That's what you can have for me. And that's it. I'm done. I'm going back to Tigers camp after that, which is,
I don't know why anybody's worried. We've got portly Clayton Kershaw. I saw him throwing yesterday.
How do you look?
Chubby, honestly, like chubby. I didn't see the velo or anything, but
so
we'll
I assume Clayton Kershaw then slots into Tarek Skubal's second start against the Dominican Republic instead, where he gives up, 9 runs in 1 inning.
Sounds good to
me.
me.
The tournament's over.
And you're complaining about this. Why? On what planet would you complain about that? That's awesome. I mean, look, it's a weird tournament because here's the thing. I'm rooting like crazy for the DR because I love those guys. I'm rooting like crazy for US because I love those guys. So it's very weird. I don't have that line drawn in the sand.
Again, I wouldn't be mad at Tarek Skubal for not pitching. I respect the heck out of Nick Pivetta for saying, no, I'm not going to pitch for Canada. I need to get my work in.
Yeah.
This is a huge season for me. If Tarek Skubal had said the same thing, I would be absolutely fine with it. But I feel like
it's weird. You're mad at him for actually pitching.
I feel like he's trying to get credit without putting in the full work that the other pitchers and other members of his team are doing.
I mean, again, I don't know that it's the credit. It's the medal, right? I don't think that. I think it's I wanted to wear the USA across my jersey. This is the only time I can do it. So if you want me, now again, if he pitched it to Mark DeRosa's, you can have me for this if you want me. Obviously, Mark DeRosa agrees with me and said, dude, yes, we'll take you whenever we can because Mark DeRosa is very smart and knows that 55 pitches of Tarek Skubal is better than anybody else he's running out there against Great Britain. So that's for me. I don't know what everybody's up in arms about. I think it's insane. I think it's awesome. And I think we have, enough firepower down there to get the job done without him.
I just don't understand. If he was willing to do one start, why not throw a spring training game this week for the Tigers and then join them for the knockout round?
These guys are routine oriented. They're routine based. This throws off his routine altogether. I think, again, his manager said, yeah, bring it. I think, and again, like Dub says, maybe he wants to pitch a more competitive game than a spring training game. This will be that, even though it's against Great Britain, it's still a more competitive game.
Not the most competitive game against Japan or the Dominican Republic later in the tournament.
And again, I don't think he's skirting. I don't think he's scared of it at all by any stretch. So
I would like to get the explanation as to why and how this decision was made.
So him making one start frees up Skeens or Webb for a different game after pool play. Absolutely. Again, it's those innings you don't have to cover as the skipper because 55 pitches, 60 pitches, whatever it's going to be. Man, Tarek Skubal, there's a decent chance that guy throws 5 innings,
If you didn't have Tarek Skubal, if he just said, never mind, I'm not going to pitch at all, then you'd throw Clayton Kershaw against Great Britain and you'd still be fine. You'd still win that game.
What does that tell you about what does that tell you about their confidence in Clayton Kershaw that they didn't start him against Great Britain or one of the other pool?
I can't.
Is he a long?
I think he's just a long reliever because if he's not starting in pool play, you're certainly not then inserting him into the elimination round of the tournament later.
Unless you're Dave Roberts, you are. You got the rock, pal. You against Japan. Have fun.
I just hope Tarek Skubal doesn't listen to this segment because then opening day he's going to throw 7 2-hit shutout innings.
Yeah.
And he's going to be like, it's because that guy in the morning show
That's all right because Nick Pivetta is going to match him pitch for pitch.
And he'll be like, I didn't even waste 55 pitches against the Great Britain. I don't know. Like, this is a good point too. He's obviously not underestimating Great Britain. They got some big leaguers on that team too. So he's going to go out and do his best. And we're all going to be rooting. You're all going to be rooting for him.
I think in pool play of any tournament, you're just trying to win.
Trying to win a game.
Trying to move on to the next round.
Move to the next round. However you got to get there, you got to get there.
And if that means throwing your best pitcher against maybe a much lesser team.
Dude, I've done it 1,000 times just to get the job done, man. And we'll worry about the weekend when we get to the weekend. Yep. It's so, and if anybody out there has managed the team, you're like, yeah, man, this has happened 1,000 times. I can only drive in for one game, bro. Like, you got it. Here's the rock. I don't have to worry about it today. I'll worry about tomorrow. So, I'm so excited for it though. You saw the reception that Toddy and Soto and Manny and all those guys got yesterday. Did you see that? Soto running around, the kids losing their mind. Soto,
I saw that. Yeah.
It was so rad, man.
I saw
it's so
him
passionate.
and Tatis in the batting cage, just putting on a display.
Somebody tweeted, "Wow, imagine these guys on the same team. They would be pretty deadly." Like, oh,
how could that team ever, I don't know, miss the playoffs?
Miss the playoffs with those two guys at the top of the order. I love it, man.
I saw
it's so the passion for it.
I saw some consternation online when a Dominican Republic lineup was floated from Albert Pujols or sources that has Fernando Tatis Jr. leading off, which, of course, he hasn't been doing in spring training for the Padres, and talk, at least behind the scenes, that he didn't feel like that was the best spot for him last year. So he's been batting cleanup a ton, but good enough for an all-star squad in the Dominican Republic to have Tatis leading off, but not good enough for the San Diego Padres.
Do you have the lineup in front of you?
Let me see if I can find it here.
It's so good, you guys. So I saw the same thing, and I saw people like, oh, look, Pujols knows. He knows exactly.
Yeah, I got it here. So Tatis leading off in right field, Ketel Marte batting second at second base, Juan Soto hitting third and left, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. batting cleanup at first base, Manny Machado hitting fifth at third, Junior Caminero DH batting sixth, Julio Rodriguez center field batting seventh, Austin Wells behind the plate batting eighth, and Geraldo Perdomo at shortstop batting ninth.
Oh, my God, you guys. That lineup is disgusting. Now, in that lineup, Ben, leadoff is absolutely where that kid should hit. In our lineup, where we probably need him to drive in runs for this anemic offense we had last year, 3 or 4 may be better. I tend to lean 3 myself, but in that lineup, look at your run producers behind him. Vladdy in the cleanup, Manny, Junior Caminero, Julio Rodriguez, mind you, in the 7 hole, which is it's an embarrassment of riches for that team.
I think
that lineup is
I think that is a valid argument that in that particular lineup,
problem.
There's really not a lot of other places that it makes a ton of sense. Who else would you lead off?
Who else would you lead off in that lineup?
I just don't know. It feels like it has to be Tatis in that lineup.
It's a perfect fit. Now, if you wanted to go conspiracy theory, Albert Pujols interviewed apparently for 9 hours for the San Diego Padres managerial job. He didn't get it. They gave it to Craig Stammen. And he's like, yeah, watch this. Lead off, Fernando Tatis. Where you been in? 4? Oh, that's weird. All right.
You want to play shortstop too?
Yeah, could you imagine? He's the starting shortstop. Craig Stammen is sitting in his office going, oh, no. What did I do? What did I do? I am beyond fired up for this thing. That lineup, it makes the hair on your arm stand up. It's so good.
I'm not I'm not deaf to the argument though that Tatis hitting 4th is too low.
Yeah. I know you guys talked a little bit about it when I was gone.
That you're giving up too many at bats over the course of the season.
I think
by hitting him 4th.
D. Smith, I think, did the math.
Yeah.
It was like 57 ABs.
We talked about it a little bit on Friday.
57 ABs it's a lot of ABs.
Significant.
It's significant. But man, it's almost like if it works and you guys can score more runs than you did last year. If
there was just some middle ground between 1st and 4th in the lineup,
like
if there was
2 or 3,
if there was some way to split the difference and still get him up in the first inning, but not necessarily batting him leadoff. And I'm not a major league manager. Craig Stammen obviously makes a lot more money, but if he could just find a spot somewhere between 1st and 4th that exists and on the scale, I don't know.
I think the thing that from our spring training trip that will live in my head rent free for the entire season is both Manny and Fernando saying we need to hit next to each other. That's when this team can be at its deadliest.
So, and
that's rent free in my head.
Here is the issue, because I like that from both of them. Okay, so put them 2-3, but then what do you put around them?
Who's protecting Manny?
So
in the 4?
Who's protecting Manny?
Moriano,
who's leading off?
But then you got righty.
Is it all righties then? Because
maybe Merrill in the 4.
You could have Merrill in the 4, and then
Xander.
Then Jake has to lead off, because that's a lot of at bats for Jake. You need a huge season of OBP like he did last year from Jake to justify him leading off, because he's more of a 7 batter, in my mind. But otherwise, you're going righty to start the game.
So then they bring in some nasty right-hander in the 9th.
Created that lane that felt like you were vulnerable to a lot of times last year.
But when I saw this team in Johnson City, they did 6 lefties in a row, and they won the championship.
Are you okay? Would you be okay with lefty, righty, righty, lefty?
Yes.
So Merrill, Tatis, Manny, Sheets?
Yeah.
That's possible. Merrill leading off is
Merrill, Tatis, Machado in any combination works for me to start off a game.
I'm with
we
you,
haven't
man.
seen. I don't think we've seen Merrill leading off in spring training yet as an option.
Did we get?
He said he liked second. He was big with second, but he'll hit anywhere.
Did we get the sense, and do we get the sense, Padres fans, that maybe Fernando didn't like leading off last year? Do we get that sense?
He's not saying it publicly, but I'm pretty sure that he wasn't a huge fan of it.
It's funny.
Based on the read that I got from spring training,
and I can remember
the guy looks and screams leadoff hitter. But I understand if it's better, if you can get better production out of having him and Manny
screams everything.
2 and 3.
He screams run producer. He screams power hitter. He screams
can stretch for an extra
can scream
base.
whatever you want him to scream. He's maybe the singularly most gifted baseball player on the planet.
But a lot of people, including ourselves, and people, I believe Craig Elston was a big proponent of him leading off, and I believe I was as well last year. Obviously, it didn't work out, and you see the offensive numbers, you go, okay, it's time for a change, and I think I'm okay having a change, and I think he's okay with having a change as well. That's a good point, Ray. Xander cannot ground into a double play if he leads off. It's a very astute,
just the first time
point. Yeah, that's just the first go around. Hey, but listen, you could have a 3-0 lead. Turn it over to the turbo pen, and you're done.
But if Xander leads off, then you can't really do Manny, Tatis, second and third, because then you got the righty to start the game. So then you have to do him third and fourth, which is what we've been seeing.
Yeah.
But that pushes Tatis back a little too far in the lineup.
Yeah, I like him hitting in the first inning. I do. I like it. I like the pitcher to go, oh my God, I got to get through. Call it Merrill, Manny, Toddy. How about that? How about Manny in the 2 hole?
Super West says, I like Tatis in the 4 spot. If the offense goes 1, 2, 3 in the first, then you have Tatis batting leadoff. But if you're going 1, 2, 3 in the first, then you didn't construct your lineup that well in the first inning. You shouldn't be doing that very often.
Yeah.
I acknowledge that I probably put less emphasis on righty-lefty than I should.
Sure.
But in my head,
I just think of playoffs, right? You think of those turbo guys that come in the playoffs, and it's like, oh, here's this right-hander with this nasty, that Kittredge guy in Chicago, and it's like, I'm going to flip sliders at these right-handers, and they're not going to be able to do anything with it. I just think about October and how they set up their pens.
When I think lineup construction, I always think first inning or start of a game. But you're right; it's the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings.
Oh yeah, we're talking about the late inning,
the late inning.
Nasty slider guys.
Oh, by the way, and you're not pulling any one of those guys for a pinch hitter. You know what I mean? So they're in there.
Ultimately, like I said, I do undervalue probably more than I should on righty-lefty, because I look at this roster and I go, how is any combination of Merrill, Machado, and Tatis not the top 3? Like, that seems like your best lane right there offensively.
Bone of my sword says the refusal of batting Manny outside of third makes this lineup inflexible. Manny in the 4, but then who protects Manny? He needs protection too. Maybe Laureano in the 5 to protect him. That's not bad. I mean, Manny is the cleanup. Manny's hit cleanup.
But then you're righty again.
Righty.
Tatis, Manny, Laureano.
Yeah. Purple says you got to get to October before you can start thinking about it. Now, see, this is why we're built different. I'm always playing chess down the road. Always. Yeah, we are right-handed heavy, certainly, but you got enough lefties to intersperse them to make it make sense. I'm excited about it because I love these conversations now.
I wonder how much
in June I won't, but
I wonder how much internally they.
Oh, I'm
put
sure they're
emphasis
wringing
on
their
righty
hands
lefty because they didn't add a ton of left-handed hitting. Maybe they're not as worried about it as we are. And they're like, we're very confident in our right-handed hitters.
But what about Johnson City?
I think Jackson Merrill is going to have a good year. Padres really need either Jake or Gavin Sheets.
Yeah, to have a
really good left-handed hitting year against righties.
Yep.
Because if that doesn't happen,
screwed.
Then they are very vulnerable against righties, especially in the playoffs.
Kirsten makes a good point. A lot of left-handed pitching in the National League as well, for sure. But yeah, listen, I love these combos now. June, it's going to make my hair fall out, but now it's a good time to have those. So, yeah, man. And Cassie's a right-hander. He's going to be, probably in the top 6 They're right-handed heavy, and that's how I think if you're setting up your bullpen, you're like, oh, we can just rip through 6 righties in a row.
Speaking of World Baseball Classic stars, Aaron Judge is certainly one of them, but there's at least something he doesn't do well. Get to that and don't do this.
Man.
And
it's pretty harsh. Don't do this, but we have to do it.
And one of the stars of Team Great Britain will make an appearance as well. A controversial appearance, possibly.
This is unreal.
In DDT. That is coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open. Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Don't Do This, brought to you by Dixieline Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego homeowners and contractors fix it, build it, and
enjoy it.
All right, let's get right to it. We're a little behind here. Not behind really for anything in particular. So.
Yeah, what are we rushing for? We're good, homie.
Plenty of time.
We got nothing but. Listen, a lot of talk this morning about the WBC, and of course, the captain of Team USA is one Aaron Judge, Yankees mega star, one of the best players of his generation, unequivocally one of the best hitters in the game. Now, listen, there's different kind of leaders. I would say, based on my very limited knowledge of Aaron Judge, is that he's a quiet leader, right?
He leads by example.
Leads by example, does things the right way, handles his business the right way, goes about his business the right way. But he's not a real vocal guy. So I thought it was interesting, and a lot of people felt like we feel, that maybe he wasn't the best guy to give the rah-rah speech for Team USA. Here he is.
Sacrifice for your family at home, you're sacrificing for your country, and you're sacrificing for the brothers in the trenches with you every single day. And that's one thing I want us to do, fellas. We're down, we're beat up a little bit, man. Lead into each other, man. We're going to lay it out on the line. If we do that, bring the goal home, man. I'm telling you.
It's not confidence inspiring. Somebody said, I feel like I could run through a wet paper towel for Aaron Judge right now. The comments were, again, that's why I can't leave Twitter. The comments are too good. They're just too good. And they did not disappoint yesterday.
We're going to try hard.
Yes.
We're going to do our best. And we're going to try to win.
I saw that video and I go, he said, I know we're banged up right now, but lean on each other and we'll get the gold. Who's banged up right now on March 3rd?
Let's see. Nolan McLean has got vertigo, so he's banged up. He's not even with the team.
Right.
Clayton Kershaw's old, chubby. And other than that, I thought that we were in fine form. I thought.
Maybe bad roster construction if you're already banged up at this point.
Potentially.
Or perhaps words are just coming from his mouth and he didn't really put a lot of thought into them.
Was he saying, Paulie and Ben, was he saying if we get banged up? Like
maybe.
So he's projecting the view. Hey, we're in this thing. We're sacrificing for our family and our country. We're banged up. We're going to lean on each other. And if we put our heads down, we will win gold.
I don't love the trenches metaphor. I get it. What he's trying to say.
The war
the
metaphor.
trenches.
I say
together.
In the trenches.
Yeah.
It's not really in the trenches, but it's metaphors.
You're a massive favorite by most people's estimates in this tournament.
Yeah.
Act like it.
It wasn't bad. Listen, and that's what this person in the chat says. That wasn't even bad by Judge. It's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. It's just very...
Who do you think could have made a better speech on Team USA? I'm looking at the roster. I mean, Paul Skeens is extremely boring.
He's a personality of a walnut, my wife said.
Mason Miller's quiet. Cal Raleigh's quiet.
Yeah. Bunch of quiet lunch pail guys.
It's possible you don't actually need a speech.
Kyle Schwarber.
Schwarber would be good. Mm-hmm.
I can see Pete Crow Armstrong getting a little fired up.
Yeah, PCA.
Byron Buxton.
Maybe the
Bryce
manager
Harper.
just
Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper would have been a good one.
But
he's not the captain.
Yeah, listen,
Aaron Judge is the captain.
It wasn't a bad speech. It was just pretty uninspiring, I think, was the general consensus.
It didn't bring me down.
No, it didn't bring me down.
Just didn't really fire me up.
That's
either.
right.
It just felt pointless.
Very pointless.
It felt pointless. Yeah. Like I am giving a speech because I have a C
on my chest,
and I'm expected to give some sort of speech, but you don't really have to be a captain. No. There's no verbal speaking requirement.
I do think
necessarily.
it's important. I do actually think for a WBC, a tournament like that, it is important to address the team. I do. I feel like that's important to do. Guys, we're here. We're together. Let's go get this thing. Believe in each other.
I'd almost be like, I don't know that we need cameras.
Maybe
on
don't
that
record
one.
it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, don't
maybe,
record
maybe
it.
just don't record it, and no one posts it on social media.
Yeah.
Because those meetings happen all the time.
All the time. All the time. So that's not bad.
All right, let's just get on to the last story, because I don't know whether this is a do, a don't, a combination of both.
I like the combo ones.
But Jazz Chisholm, who is going to be playing for Great Britain in the WBC, and what I can glean from this story is that he has left camp, come to Arizona to train with Great Britain. Again, they're playing the Padres tomorrow in a tune-up game. And while he was there, he got in a round of golf.
Yeah, beautiful Arizona golf. Man.
You can see on the video, and Paulie's going to play a little bit. It's a decent course. They got the the carts with the computers and all the distance finders and everything.
It's a nice course.
And we pick up this video on a par 4, 323 yards or something. And Jazz Chisholm believes he has made a hole-in-one, a double eagle, a 1 on a par 4.
That's Happy Gilmore stuff.
And he's going up to the green. He's on his way to determine whether the ball actually went into the hole.
I just done the most impressive thing on golf. I just went 328 from the tee, and I think I just double eagled this. We about to go see if I double eagled this right quick. Woo! They got me sweating. I think it went in, Mike. Bro, that went in. It went in. Hold on. Let me get out. That went in. Hold on. That went in, bro. It went in.
He's running up to the green.
Yeah.
Come on.
Looks in the cup, and there he pulls out the golf ball.
338.
Yo! Double eagle, bro.
So what's your don't do this? You don't believe him.
Hey!
I do.
Double
The
eagle.
excitement seems very genuine. He's like out of breath. He's a great athlete. He's very clearly excited.
He's excited.
I don't think he's faking it. I do have a couple of issues with this, though.
Okay.
First of all, I mean, Arizona has a ton of great golf courses.
Indeed.
He is wearing,
Oh boy.
he's wearing a white ribbed tank top on the golf course. I know Fancy Ben. I wear t-shirts at the Goat. You
Yeah,
don't have
you
to
play at
always
the
be
Goat.
fancy. I have never seen anyone wearing a white ribbed tank top on the golf course.
Me and Paulie and Foster and I think our buddy Garcia.
Secondly,
We played around out in the middle of nowhere. And remember that guy had his shirt off
right.
the whole round. Took his shirt
Smoking.
Smoking,
Yeah.
shirt off, playing. So
Okay.
I'll take that
Okay.
ribbed tee.
And
over-
I will wear
Unbelievable.
that's a bit of Fancy Ben coming out. But the other part is when he pulls the ball out of the cup, it says practice on it. It's a range ball.
He hit a range
Did he
ball.
really tee off with a range ball on a real course and make a hole-in-one on a par 4 with a range ball?
Which, by the way, if you don't know, range balls don't go as far
They do
as,
not.
as
That's
It says
impressive.
practice
it's
on the
actually
side.
more impressive. It does. I slowed it down to double check,
Yeah.
and it says practice on the side. And that was a range ball that he picked up and drilled 40 yards longer than he should have, at
Can
least.
someone, I don't know, maybe our friend Jason Finley at Callaway, can someone please hook up Jazz Chisholm with
With
a
some
real
balls.
setup with some golf balls and maybe some golf clothes and gear? Because he clearly must be good enough. He can hit a ball 330 yards into the hole. Guy knows his golf. Guy's must have a pretty decent swing.
I bet his swing, I bet the club head speed is, I bet it's unbelievable as hard as those guys swing.
People are accusing me of being snobby and pretentious, and you're not wrong.
Right.
But most courses won't let you on. They have dress
That's true.
codes.
Well, if you're
If you're Jazz Chisholm, they might.
Again, I don't know that should matter who you are. You should abide by the dress code rules.
Come on.
By the course. They all post it right there. It's
He's
like
wearing
dress
a tank
code
top
at the
and
course.
a beanie, and you're losing your mind. Not you necessarily, but the collective golf people that are upset about that.
Again, I know it's not going to be my most popular take ever.
It's like
But there
88
are
degrees in
standards.
Phoenix.
I mean, people like to uphold the standards.
Golf courses are pretentious.
They are.
as mine says. There's a couple of places I've played.
I go there to be pretentious
That's
a little
true.
bit sometimes.
Ben has told me before, hey, do not change your shoes in the parking lot. No,
Yeah.
Change.
Do
your
not.
Like, do not.
Do not.
So I go,
At
well,
some courses.
what do I have to do?
They're
Pull
gonna
over
kill you.
at 7-Eleven before I get there and change into my golf spikes? I don't have a locker here. And he said, don't let them see you putting your golf spikes on in the parking lot. I go, wow, where do I do it? I don't belong here. I don't have a locker. So I can't, like, I have my spike. I'm not wearing my spikes to work. When do I do it? You pull over at a Chick-fil-A before and do it there and then show up in your golf spikes.
Our friend Jason from Callaway is chiming in. He says, cheap bastard, just buy some balls.
Buy some balls. He's rich.
He says that not all range balls are shorter.
That's
They're not
true.
all low flight, so he might have had a regular one. And he says a white rib tank top, that's not what he calls it, but is lame.
It's unacceptable.
We know what people call it, but we're not going to use that
Like
phrase.
somebody in the chat, I don't know if it's a bad word, so I don't want to say it. It says, get them, Ben. Standards are to be kept. There are standards, right? There are standards that you should abide by. And there are places where you go where, like, you have to wear a collared shirt.
All right, let's say you're going to a nice restaurant, like a steakhouse.
Yeah.
I mean, you want
I see it in San Diego all the time, though. I was at Bob's. I was at Bob's.
Disappointing.
Guy walks in board shorts and flip-flops, and I'm like, all right, man.
If it was Jazz Chisholm, you think it was cool?
But if it was Jazz, I might change my opinion. Like, oh, that's Jazz Chisholm.
I wouldn't think twice about it. I'd be like, that's cool. Jazz Chisholm's sitting right there having dinner.
I kind of agree with you. I mean, if I go to a fancy restaurant, I don't want to see somebody's feet. I don't.
Right.
Let's look at your feet every day.
If I go to a golf course, I don't want to see someone's shoulders.
It's fair. I have to. Let me see. Oh, you're not wearing your flip-flops. So you did yesterday. I notice every day because I don't like looking at other men's feet. So I wish that you would wear closed-toed shoes into our place of business. I feel like that's a standard that I would like to enforce.
I can see that.
You know?
Yeah.
Right? Your feet aren't great. I love feet, as you guys know. Big foot fan.
Shoes make my feet hurt.
I get it.
sometimes.
I
just
understand.
feel like if I have an opportunity to not wear them, I do take advantage of it.
Yeah, it's true. That's a good one, man. But hey, congratulations to Jazz.
I had more of a problem with him calling it a double eagle than a hole-in-one.
What?
Yeah.
Are you an albatross guy?
Oh, baby, albatross is another
That's
one.
another word for double eagle.
Yeah, hole-in-one. That's a hole-in-one.
That's a
It is also a
hole-in-one.
hole-in-one. That's the great combo of both. I mean, a hole-in-one on a par 3 is technically also an eagle, but a hole-in-one on a par 4 is a double eagle or an
Have you ever
albatross.
gotten close to that?
A hole-in-one on a par 4.
Yeah.
I've hit the green.
I have too.
Yeah.
Especially at the GOAT. They've got a couple of shorter par 4s, but
That's a good feeling.
don't think I was that close to actually making
Getting it in
any
the
of
hole.
them.
Yeah.
But like, if I'm on a par 3 and I hit one in off the tee,
Yeah.
I'm not calling that an eagle.
No, that's a hole in one.
That's a hole-in-one.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
True.
All right. Good stuff.
And that is don't, and do this for a Tuesday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
Got college basketball tonight. Woods does not want to hear my rationale about how San Diego State could possibly still play their way into an at-large bid in the NCAA tournament.
Paulie, it has been 6 straight weeks of him polishing that turd that it is right now and telling me, I told him, I said, if they win tonight, they could still get an at-large. I go, I'm coming across the table at you.
They probably have all that ship is probably sailed.
Probably. He will not let it go, man.
They definitely need to win tonight.
Ben is on the
to have
dock
any
and
hope.
the ship is way out in the horizon. He goes,
They're going to lose by 2 tonight, and Ben's going to be like, "This is actually a good loss."
No, it's
and
fine.
now,
Well,
if we turn our attention
we can
to
look
this
ahead
weekend,
to it when we come back with Better Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, if you're thinking about those weight loss injections, let me tell you about a better way. My way, sdfatloss.com. I lost 40 pounds in 60 days without the injections. Well, why wouldn't you do the injections? A few reasons. First of all, if you start the injections, you're committed. You got to keep taking them week after week after week, month after month, year after year. They get expensive, up to $3,000 to $5,000 per year. Plus, you may lose some weight, but it also is a lot of muscle that is coming off. They have done the studies, and when you lose muscle, it then becomes harder to keep the weight off. Your metabolism goes down. You don't want to lose muscle. You want to gain muscle, lose fat. With sdfatloss.com, you can lose fat by eating real foods and increase your metabolism, which helps you keep the weight off after the 2 months. I've kept my 40 pounds off for 2.5 years, and I got through the program, really adjusted to the eating schedule with the help of my counselor. I can do it, and I love to eat. So you can do it as well. You can even, there's cheat days. You can build in a little bit. It's okay. You don't have to be perfect to lose the weight. I love that about sdfatloss.com. Just schedule your free consultation. At least listen to what they have to say at sdfatloss.com. And when you sign up right now, get $200 off the program as well. Join me, Chris Ello, Matt Scravey, so many tier ones in San Diego, and lose weight the sustainable way in just 2 months at sdfatloss.com. That's sdfatloss.com. Results may vary.
He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee hurts.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. and this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Humul Casino Resort, now open.
Well, guess I'm Woods up here on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. We'll have spring training Sammy join us in the second half of the program. I'm going to at least amend my statement that I'm not so much of a golf snob, that I don't want anyone to feel intimidated by the game. If you're new to golf and you don't have a golf shirt, I want you to be able to play and love the game the way I do. So I'm going to be okay with that. I'm still stunned that Jazz was using a range ball, though. That, to me, that's the surprising part. That he didn't want the best equipment possible.
Yeah, surprises me as well.
When he's out there.
Yeah. I wouldn't let my buddy play with a range ball.
I wouldn't even play with a Kirkland ball. They're fine.
100%.
Play with a Kirkland ball if 100%. You want. Don't play with a range ball.
There is a viral tweet over the weekend. Jason Kelsey has now, or Jason or Travis, I think it was Jason, that said he has now fallen in love with the game of golf.
Yeah, he was at the indoor league, the golf league, TGL, the other day.
Yeah,
Jason.
So he's fallen in love with it, Paulie. He goes, man, golf shoes, I don't really like them. I need boots. I need golf boots. And he's out there playing in shorts and boots. And somebody just retweeted and said, shrink the game. And I started laughing. I was like, yeah, it does get a little crazy out there.
I love that golf has become so popular.
That's huge.
I mean, it's exciting for me. All right, let's check traffic. And then when we come back, we got a few minutes left. Look ahead to the Aztecs matchup tonight and talk a little college hoops here with Bennett Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
This game day traffic report is brought to you by Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water. Well, guys, a little relief for you southbound side of the 805 right before the 8. That big rig fire was blocking all lanes. It is still blocking the transition to east and westbound 8. However, that left lane has been reopened for traffic to get through, but it is at a crawl. If you want to try and take a different freeway, take some surface streets to work your way around that. But again, left lane is now open. Southbound 805 before the 8. A couple of problems in the North County. Southbound 15 near Rainbow Valley. Collision over the right shoulder and an accident being cleared out of lanes. East 78 right past El Camino Real. What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? They always bottle their Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source. And all of their bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from their own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source. I'm Kelly Danick with Bennett Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
So Aztecs, again on the road, quick turnaround to go from New Mexico to Boise tonight.
Boise.
Take on the Broncos.
Boise
at 6 o'clock. And, of course, Boise was not too happy when they came to Viejas Arena earlier this season. That was the triple overtime game that most of San Diego turned off thinking the Aztecs had already lost. And somehow they made the 2 3-pointers and forced another overtime and then forced another overtime.
BJ Davis.
Yeah.
Couple of crazy plays.
Crazy shots. And they stole that one. That was the game where Jeremiah Odin fouled out, but the referees lost count.
They forgot.
Yes. Let him stay in the game.
That's right.
That's a pretty legit complaint as well.
Oh, their coach
wonder why they were mad.
So they certainly would like to avenge that loss. And it's never been a fun place for the Aztecs to play. Going up to Idaho, playing Boise State tonight at 6 o'clock. Don't know that the Aztecs, again, can save anything at this point other than they want to be playing better basketball going into next week.
All right,
when
that's
it's time for the Mountain West tournament.
That's a measured take because I do feel like this morning when you got in, you started the brain going of, well, if this happens and this happens and this happens. I didn't hear this measured take this morning. I heard, well, there's, technically
They're currently in like Joe Lunardi's bracketology. I think they're the second team out.
Weren't they just the fourth team out?
They were the first team in, and then they're now the second team out. Other teams lose too, remember?
Sure,
it's not just the Aztecs who lose and everyone else wins every single game. There are other teams on the bubble who are losing every single week. So they're not alone in their plight. Why I think it's possible is if you could win your last two games against Boise State and UNLV, and then you won the opening game of the Mountain West tournament, and you got a rematch against New Mexico, and you beat them in the semifinals, then you would have had 2 out of 3 over New Mexico. And if you don't win, let's say you lose to Utah State in the final, and then they have to decide, is the Mountain West a 1-bid league?
Yep.
Which, by the way, it's been a 4 or 5-bid league in recent years.
Dutch thinks it's going to be a 2-bid league, so maybe 3.
So if it's a 2-bid league, and you're trying to decide between, then Utah State's already in. They've won the conference. They've won the conference tournament.
Yep.
So you're deciding between New Mexico and San Diego State. Ken Palm, slight edge to the Aztecs right now. Net ranking, slight edge to the Lobos. If you're really splitting hairs and you're looking at it and you have 3 matchups and you go, the Aztecs won 2 out of the 3, which team do you then take?
Does it matter what they do in the tournament then?
Well, if they win the tournament, they're obviously
right.
in.
If they win the tournament, they're in. But
if they lose in the first round or they lose again to New Mexico, I don't see them getting into the NCAA tournament. The only scenario in which I could possibly see it is win the 2 this week, win the first game of the Mountain West tournament, and then beat New Mexico. So you'd have 2 out of 3 against them. And that's the last thing. Both teams would be up for an at-large. And if there was 1 spot left, and it probably would come down to maybe 1 spot between New Mexico or San Diego State, I can see they go, well, San Diego State won 2 out of 3, so go with the Aztecs. And it's that close. But there's no margin
like San Diego State getting in last year when they probably didn't deserve to be in.
They'd be in
Karma's
again.
telling me they're not going to get in this year.
But, I mean, would New Mexico deserve to be in if they had lost 2 out of 3? I don't know. That's the only way that I can see it happening. All right, we'll come back. Hour number 3. We got some Take on Woods and more coming up next on The Fan.
Oh, yeah, halfway home on a Tuesday. Ben and Woods, 97.3. The Fan, first 2 hours have flown by. Hopefully the same goes for the last two. Rarely works that way, though, is what I've noticed here on Ben and Woods. I'm Woodsy. Paul Reindl's our executive producer. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, joins us as well. I was just telling you guys about my day tomorrow. We have a meeting after the show. Private. We don't need to share who the meeting's with or anything like that. But we do have a meeting, the three of us, after the show tomorrow at 10:30. So that's
what are you
cool.
laughing at over
Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be an interesting
Just him over there, doing his thing.
Yeah, just have a meeting.
We do have a private
We have
meeting.
a private meeting.
Yes, we do.
Tomorrow
Three
at
of us
10:30.
will all be there.
Correct. Just talking about, the future and things. You never know, right?
Strategizing.
Future plans and whatnot.
I mean, unless you're a city council person, most meetings are private. We're not having a public meeting.
No, we're not doing a public meeting.
We do that for 4 hours every morning.
We have a public meeting every morning, Paul. It's an excellent point you make, my
You missed
friend.
today's meeting.
Yeah, we'll have another one tomorrow.
Go on YouTube at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Yeah, it's exactly right.
You can
It's
leave
exactly right.
comments,
Feedback.
But the meeting, once the meeting wraps, I need to get back up. Probably go up north to the Costco in Carlsbad, and
that's my regular Costco.
I told my wife the other day when I got home from Texas, I looked in the fridge, and I looked in the pantry, and I looked in the freezer, and I go, all right, it's time. Everybody has ideas of the things that they like. We need to plan better for meals, things like that. I go, I'm going to try to integrate Costco into our daily lives here. I'm not going to go to Costco daily. That would be insane. But I'm going to try to go every other week potentially to get, some staples and things.
I'm so excited about this.
I'm terrified. I mean, I've been to Costco, obviously. I end up walking out of Costco with hey, here is a giant wheel of guacamole or a huge wheel of shrimp that you couldn't possibly eat. I end up leaving there with the dumbest stuff of all time. Stuff I don't need. Here's 4 new tires I bought because they're so cheap. So I have an idea of what I want to get. I'm going to get it, and I'm going to get out. But I want to integrate it into my life a little bit more to save a little bit more money. This is fiscally responsible, Woods.
So there are certain things Costco does quite well.
Andy said, wear my meta glasses. Just watch me picking up things I do not need.
But if you're trying to eat healthy, there are also lots of pitfalls.
Oh, really?
At Costco.
Oh, yeah. Ton. There's cookies.
The bakery section's
Right.
going to get you. I was there the other day.
But it doesn't get me in the grocery store.
Peanut butter monster cookies are delicious.
It doesn't get me in the grocery store anymore.
Are you okay? You can pass by.
Oh, yeah. I can pass by a donut shop.
Tub of croissants.
Oh,
12 croissants
easy.
for $6.
Easy.
It's that's an unbelievable deal. And the croissants are pretty good. The problem is you don't really need a dozen croissants in your life at any time.
I don't want them. I really don't.
So you have to have some willpower.
I've got willpower.
Now, what the best, most cost efficient, and pretty solid healthy item is to get at Costco? Rotisserie chicken.
Chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, chicken. So there's going to be a lot of chicken, a lot of beef in there.
Pull it right off the bone there.
Oh,
and
they have
you can
baseball cards there? Big Dan Johnson just told me. Oh, I'm definitely going now.
I
I didn't
have
know
not seen
that.
the baseball cards section.
Well, now I know. I don't know. The willpower.
They have protein drinks for days, but I know you have your own favorites.
I do. They don't. That's the
You
other
don't
thing
have that
about
one?
Costco.
Yeah.
They have.
They have what they have.
They have almost
They don't have
what I
everything.
want.
Yeah.
They have almost what I want. And it's so every time I've been, I'm like, I kind of like this, but it's not what I usually get. So I'm gonna have to. But like yogurt and stuff like that we eat a lot of in our house, like I can go get that. And the beef patties, yep, all that stuff. Like they got good stuff there. So I'm gonna to get in there.
They have a fascinating array of frozen foods.
Okay.
Which some of them are great. Some of them are healthy. Some of them are not.
Right.
And you do have to kind of do a little bit of reading of the labels to determine which is which.
Steve says, ooh, that grappling hook might come in handy one day. It's exactly what happens to me. Now, it's funny because my wife does this at the regular grocery store. When she goes into Vaughn's, she comes home and I go, what did you get? Who eats Kix cereal? She's like, I don't know. I don't know about the kids. Nobody eats Kix anywhere.
I ate Kix when I was a kid.
Yeah,
long time ago.
But
little bland circles of something.
Corn maybe.
I don't know.
She gets the
Not
weirdest.
quite sweet enough to be sweet, but
She gets the weirdest stuff. She goes, you can't let me in there. Like you don't tell me to go to the grocery store because this is what I come home with. And I go, you're right. I'll just handle it. So I'm going to integrate Costco. I got this card. Of course, I have the executive membership. I've used it maybe once.
You've had one.
I've had one forever, and it's probably expired. But of course, I paid for the executive.
It's the only way to go. I got mine right here.
What are the benefits to this?
I think you get better
cash back
money
at
back
the end of the year.
Okay.
I think.
All right.
We made like $100 last year.
Okay, once a month, is that about right to go? Twice a month?
We go 2 to 3 times a month.
I go about 2 to 3 times a month, but you can probably live with once.
Okay.
I mean, you absolutely.
Here's my fear.
If you're a family, if you're not getting things like toilet paper at Costco,
right,
you're just paying way too much.
Paper towels, toilet paper.
You're going to use
cleaning
them.
products, medicine.
You know you're going to use them eventually, and if you have the room to store them somewhere,
that's also the problem.
Costco pharmacy is legit. So
you don't live in a 2-bedroom apartment. You have room to put a thing of toilet paper somewhere in your house.
Yeah. Well, my problem is this. It's the kids, right? And you get like a bunch of yogurts, and then they're like, I don't like this yogurt.
That
You're
is
like,
a problem.
cool. Now I have 60.
That has happened before.
Dannon Light and Fit yogurts that nobody
this
wants.
is going to be great, and then no one likes it, and you have 24
right.
yogurts. Well, you have 23 because you have the one, and then they're sitting there, and no one's eating them. It is frustrating at times.
I could get a casket there, somebody says. I would leave with a casket.
Somebody said in the chat, go.
Okay.
You can get the executive hour with your black card.
Mm-hmm.
You can go in an hour early on the weekends.
Stay away from the people who are trying to sell you things.
Okay.
The knives, the air conditioning system, the solar panels.
I do need new knives and pots and pans.
You don't need to be talking.
I'm going to spend $1,000.
You just give them the polite thank you, no thanks. Walk with purpose past them.
Okay.
You don't have to talk yourself into anything. Okay. This isn't a hot tub at the fair. This is just Costco.
So close.
Now, samples, go ahead and stop. Sample area can get a little hectic because you have the people who
don't like it. I don't
wait around for them to put out the next samples, and you start having like 4 people surrounding the poor sample people. Like, hurry up and get in your little toaster oven and start cooking my little meatballs so I can have my little meatball.
I make fun of the samples.
But if you're walking by and they're just sitting there, go ahead and take a sample. I mean, you might as well.
Sitting out, and the guy's got scratched his ass and touched it.
Nothing has better turnover in life than Costco samples. They are sitting out for 11 seconds, and then they're gone, and then they're fresh again. You're fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big sampler, as you know. I'm not. I don't get like. I get ice cream. I'm like, give me the mint chocolate chip. I know what it tastes like. It's not a big sampler. I don't like the
cookies and cream.
Yeah.
What does that taste?
What does
like?
that taste
Can I
like?
try that?
Let me try that Dutch chocolate. You know what it tastes like? It tastes like chocolate. You're gonna be all right.
Well, everything's Dubai chocolate now. They have like
That's true. I don't even know what that is.
Dubai chocolate items. It's just the hip, hot thing right now, and Costco has been inundated with Dubai chocolate.
So yeah, and I fear that if I buy a bunch of lunch meat, it will just rot.
Lunch meat sticks around. See, now at Costco too, you're getting stuff at the top of the supply chain, so it lasts a lot longer than if you go to a regular grocery store, Trader Joe's.
Like a couple jugs of milk,
like produce.
Still got them jugs.
Like
I do.
The berries.
I went to Costco.
Great deal. You want to get a big clamshell of like strawberries, or blueberries, or blackberries. Get your berries at Costco.
All right, get my berries, my meat, my chicken.
Plus, you get
toilet paper.
You get to walk into those big refrigerated rooms, and when it's hot, it's just like that's the best thing to go hang out in the refrigerated room.
Okay.
I think one of my favorite things that we get at Costco every few months is they have these giant blocks of legit Parmesan cheese that we grade over stuff for dinner. Oh my God, it is so good.
Costco cheese selections.
Where am I going to put an effing block of Parmesan cheese though?
It's not that big.
In my fridge.
It's not that big.
It's not that big.
No. It's like a wedge. It's like a little
camembert. They've got everything you want.
All right.
It's a wedge, but man, it's good.
Oh, lots of eggs. You can get eggs there. Okay. All right.
You use the eggs though, because they're big.
We do.
Use a lot of eggs.
Yeah, we
eat
a lot
eggs
of eggs.
We do the big bags of chicken breasts.
I'll go home today. I'll do a little accounting, right, of the fridge and what I need, and then go in with I think if going in with a plan is probably the most clutch. Like, just go in with a plan. Don't go in there and just amble around, because then you end up with a casket, a grappling hook, a new tent for the kids to camp out in the backyard with, things like that.
I think Costco milk is elite.
That's what I hear. We don't.
Yeah.
We use
you
a
have
little
to buy
bit.
3 of them at once, but they last a long time.
Okay. Don't you want your milk not to last? I mean,
I guess it's just really fresh
super
because
fresh?
it always tastes good to me.
We use Fairlife, which lasts a little bit longer, and so we'll go to Costco.
So
and get
Kayla
Fairlife.
says that's what you're supposed to do when you grocery shop in general. I do. I have a dialed-in list and plan every time I step in the store. I don't leave with anything superfluous ever.
It's tougher at Costco, though. There's so much more distractions.
Yes, that's right. So many more distractions. I'm going to end up with a CD player and the CDs and all kinds of stuff.
Do you not get your pet food at Costco?
No, we have
good deals on pet food.
Hannah gets it shipped to our house. Yeah, just bags of it. She does a lot online, but I'm gonna integrate this. We'll see how it goes. I'm very nervous about it.
It'll be okay.
I think so. It's gonna be.
You guys also, somebody said Costco Business Center.
Mm-hmm.
Look into it.
Totally different.
Totally different.
Totally
very
different.
For like my pens and my Post-it notes.
No.
No, like bulk.
Prepackaged like snack items.
They have a ton of like basically it's
every 4th or 5th trip to Costco, I need to go to the business Costco because they have different things and I need to mix it up a little bit.
It's like a mecca for like snacks.
Okay.
And like snack bar duties, like it's the box.
Restaurant also they have like you're gonna find the weird, like big giant side of goat. You can get that at the business Costco.
My kids love goats. They can't get enough. That dude, they didn't even eat chicken breast last night. I'm gonna fry up some goat for them. It's incredible. All right. I'm excited. Thanks for walking.
Tastes just like chicken. Like,
yeah,
well, we don't like chicken.
We don't like chicken. No, we do. We liked chicken yesterday. We don't like chicken today. It's incredible, man. My son last night wouldn't eat his rice because he, quote, hates rice. And I said, well, I've seen you eat piles of rice at Sushi Lounge. And he goes, yeah, but it's different rice. I go, it's the same. It's white rice. It's the exact same. He goes, well, I don't like the butter on this one that mom put on there. I go, I don't know what to tell you, dude. Eat your rice so you can have your dessert.
You save a lot of money. Buy a rice maker.
No, I'm not.
And the big bag of Costco rice.
No
it
chance.
will last you 7 years.
No chance. No
and
chance.
you can just keep making white rice for them.
No chance.
Forever and ever and ever.
You guys have never heard of butter in your rice? Little pat of butter?
Absolutely.
Yeah, delicious. Yeah, every day his rice sucks. That's exactly right, Pete. There you go. Get to our game.
All right, we need a contestant to play a little Take on Woods. Got our prize this week of tickets to the festival at Petco Park, the Field of Dreams, Slightly Stupid, Sublime, and more. If you want to play, 833-288-0973, music, movies, or TV trivia, your choice. Head-to-head against Woods, 833-288-0973. We'll go to our game coming up next after Kelly's Traffic on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open. Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for
This may require a full segment at some point. 7-game series. Team USA, WBC, or the Dodgers? Who do you have? Who do you take?
Who wins or who am I rooting for?
Who wins? No, obviously not who you're rooting for.
What are you asking?
Oh. WBC, right?
Think so.
The
It's like an
WBC
all-star team.
with but
So
all
are
the
the
Dodgers
Dodgers.
players are on their teams.
Yeah, there you've got all your. I mean,
So you're playing the Dodgers without Shohei Ohtani.
no. Shohei Ohtani's on the Dodgers.
Right.
Like
It's our Team
the-
USA.
Yeah,
They don't send anybody to their WBC.
like,
Correct.
Mookie Betts is on both teams
Hey,
in
they-
this thought
How does one
exercise
play
or
on
whatever.
both teams?
But I'm just saying, like,
stay in right field. I mean, shortstop. Stay at short. Just stay.
you know,
I
I'm
get
just
to
saying.
hit?
You just, I'm like, would you rather take the team that's the team or the all-star team, but they're just coming together for a brief period?
Why are we doing this?
I don't know. Just was wondering what you thought.
Team USA.
All right. Good call.
Thank you.
All right, we got a contestant. We got a few contestants on the line. I'm going to have to pick one because it's time to play Take on Woods.
Woods.
Well, they left Mookie off Team USA this time. I didn't even realize that. So he's not on both teams. All right, let's play a little Take on Woods. It is brought to you by Bay Alarm, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you. And let's go with David. Are you there?
Maybe.
Hey, Benny. Yep.
Yeah, all right. David, you ready to play a little Take on Woods?
Let's do it.
All right, if you can beat or tie Woods, you will qualify for this week's grand prize drawing. Tickets to Field of Dreams Festival at Petco Park on June 13th, featuring Slightly Stupid, Sublime, and more. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com. And to give you the advantage, you get to pick our category, TV, music, or movies. For TV, we still have After Cheers. Been sitting there about 2 weeks. TV shows starring former cast members from Cheers. We got music, Dropping the Needle, 5 influential and successful DJs. And our movie category today is Call the Cops, 5 movies with cop in the title. So TV, After Cheers, music, Dropping the Needle, or movies, Call the Cops. What would you like to play, David?
Let's get that Cheers one out of the way.
Oh, thank goodness. It has been sitting there forever. Today on Take on Woods, a TV category about other shows featuring cast members from Cheers. You'll have 60 seconds to answer as many of the 5 as you can. If you don't know an answer, say pass. We will come back to it if there is time left on the clock. The first question is our 2-second TV theme song. Paulie will play a clip from a show's TV theme song. You need to identify that TV show that stars a former Cheers cast member. David, are you ready to play?
Let's go.
All right. The category is After Cheers. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins when Paulie plays our TV theme song. Good luck, David. Let's take on Woods.
Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling. Toss salads and scrambled eggs.
I have no idea what that is.
All right. Shelley Long returned to television in 2009 to play recurring character Dee Dee Pritchett, the ex-wife of Jay, mother to Claire and Mitchell, in which long-running ABC sitcom?
It's Modern Family?
Correct. Woody Harrelson became a major movie star after his stint on Cheers, but he returned to TV in 2014 as Marty Hart, in which HBO crime anthology series?
True Detective.
Correct. Ted Danson found sitcom success again with which NBC series about the afterlife that aired from 2016 until early 2020?
Good Place.
Correct. Kirstie Alley capitalized on a post-Seinfeld time slot in 1997 to have a top 10 hit, starring as a lingerie company owner in which NBC sitcom?
Veronica's Closet?
Correct. Back to our 2-second TV theme song.
Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling. Toss salads and scrambled eggs.
I have never heard that song before in my life.
That is Kelsey Grammer singing the Frasier theme song, the actual spinoff of Cheers. You know what? 4 out of 5. You're going to smoke Woods on this one. I have no doubt about it. I've never been so confident in a contestant in my life. Hang on the line, David. All right, David's score is locked in. We are in a TV category, not your favorite.
Okay.
60 seconds. By the way, the first question is now the 2-second TV theme song.
Okay.
So you get a TV theme song. You got to identify the show. Your time begins when Paul plays the music. Good luck, Woods. Let's take on David.
Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling.
Frasier.
Correct. Shelley Long returned to television in 2009 to play recurring character Dee Dee Pritchett, ex-wife of Jay, mother to Claire and Mitchell, in which long-running ABC sitcom?
Pass.
Woody Harrelson became a major movie star after his stint on Cheers, but returned to TV in 2014 as Marty Hart, in which HBO crime and...
True Detective.
Correct. Ted Danson found sitcom success again with which NBC series about the afterlife that aired from 2016 until early 2020?
Pass.
Kirstie Alley capitalized on a post-Seinfeld time slot in 1997 to have a top 10 hit, starring as a lingerie company owner in which NBC sitcom?
Oh. I don't know the other ones, but this one is going to make me
Kirstie
nuts.
Alley capitalized on a post-Seinfeld time slot in 1997.
Okay. Let me think.
You know, the Pritchetts, Jay, Claire, Mitchell.
Doesn't really matter.
Need a couple more here.
They
Ted
smoked
Danson.
me.
4-2. not as bad as I thought. You got Frasier, you got True Detective. I thought True Detective would be the only one you might get, but you got Frasier.
Yeah.
Modern Family was the Pritchett's. The
Who
Good
was in
Place.
Modern Family?
Shelley Long was a guest star. These were all
she
former
was? I didn't know
Cheers members, but it was yeah. And then The Good Place starring Ted Danson and
Never heard of
Veronica's Closet.
Veronica's
Was
Closet.
the one you were trying to think
Victoria's
of.
Secret is what I was thinking of.
Veronica's Closet.
Did not watch Veronica's Closet.
David, congratulations.
Well done, David.
Finally took the TV category and won on it.
I'm surprised. I didn't even watch Frasier really, but I know the
The
theme,
theme song. That's the one he didn't get. Was the
He
Frasier
didn't get it.
theme?
You're
He
like,
got the
I
other
had no
four.
idea. I was
He
like,
didn't get it?
He didn't get the Frasier theme.
Agreed, one of the worst theme songs of all time.
Really?
Don't you think?
Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling. Toss salad and scrambled eggs.
That's actually
Tossed
Kelsey
salad,
Grammer
by
singing.
the way, and scrambled eggs. I know it's Kelsey Grammer singing it. High on cocaine again, perhaps.
It's a show about radio.
Yeah,
It is
It's
a
a
show
great
about
show.
a radio host.
great show. Great show.
It actually, it's not totally accurate, but it's not totally wrong
It's
either.
not
They got a,
super
he's got a
wrong.
producer
Yeah.
that runs the board
Yeah,
for
it's
him.
great.
And, he's got to, put
He's a
together
little arrogant,
shows and
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't that show take place in Seattle?
Seattle, yes.
Maybe I did consume more of it than most growing up in
Yes,
Seattle.
because it was in Seattle. Like I watched Dallas all the time when I was a kid, right? If there was a show called San Diego, I'd be into it.
Several TV shows about radio. There was WKRP in Cincinnati, News Radio, which
News Radio
I
was
enjoyed
great.
as well. Phil Hartman was on
Yes,
that one. He was
brilliant.
absolutely great. And you got Frasier.
Yeah. I mean, all pretty good shows. In
Not
their own
bad.
right? Yeah, very good. Ah, man, that's a tough category.
Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling. Toss salads and scrambled eggs.
All right, David, hang on the line. Paul, they'll get your information, get you into the drawing for the festival tickets at the end of the week. All right, let's take a timeout. When we come back, The Athletic has surveyed baseball fans, and baseball fans are pretty concerned about the state of baseball, according to the results of this new poll. We'll go through some of the categories and what fans had to say and what we think about it as well. Coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, I'm going to tell you about my daily fantasy spot at Prize Picks. Baseball season is right around the corner. Getting excited about that. You got that big tournament in, Houston and Florida coming up. Find your favorite stars. Make your picks with Prize Picks. You're just picking against the numbers. Stat projections, essentially. It's more or less. Let's say 1.5 hits in a game or 1/2 of a home run or 1/2 of an RBI. You pick more or less. The more you put into a lineup, the more you can win. And, of course, March is a basketball month, to be sure. You're probably watching games on most days coming up. You can set Prize Picks lineups and win up to 2,000 times your cash. It is easy to play. It's pretty fun. And to get you started, when you download the app, go to prizepicks.com, download the app, and use the code KWFN. You're going to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That's code KWFN to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Check it out today. It is Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for details.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
One hour away from Sammy Levitt joining us from spring training. I'll guess I'm Bennett Woods, appear on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bang banking, it's better. You baseball fans out there, and I think most of our listeners probably fall in that bucket.
I'd say so.
Pessimistic lot.
Why wouldn't they be? Right.
The Athletic conducted a survey earlier this month with over 14,000 people responding to these questions. And the one that I thought was the most pessimistic. Do you think MLB will miss games because of a lockout in 2027? Yes. 77%.
It's actually low. I thought it would be much higher. I thought it would be 88%.
No, 14%, no opinion. 8%. Everyone is convinced there's going to be not just a work stoppage and a lockout. That seems like a foregone conclusion. But to actually miss games, that they will not be able to get to the 2027 season started in time, and they will play less than a 162-game schedule in 2027.
Yep.
That more than 3 out of 4 baseball fans believe that is true.
That's tough. That's a tough spot.
And by the way, more than 50% of baseball fans say if that happens, it will affect their fandom, either somewhat or strongly. So there's a 75% chance or more that baseball is missing games. And more than 50% of those fans are probably going to then not watch as much baseball, not be as big of a fan. That sounds like a sport that is careening toward a catastrophe.
Correct.
In 2026 into 2027.
You know, and there's careening is a good word, because when something is careening, I don't think you can stop it, right? You have to break it down before you build it back up again. And unfortunately, careening is the perfect word, because it's out of control right now. It's absolutely out of control. There's never, I would say, I don't know that there's ever been a bigger division between management and labor as there is right now.
Now, they certainly say there is, because all reports are that baseball players will accept no sort of salary cap, and that owners will accept nothing less than a real salary cap, which if that is true, then this is the last year of Major League Baseball ever. If there's no compromise and there's no way to meet in the middle, then this is the last year, and there will never be baseball again. Does anyone here believe there will never be baseball again after this season?
I don't believe that.
Everyone that's making millions, sometimes billions of dollars, if you're the owners,
billions of the owners, yeah,
we're going to take such a hard line that we are going to just end the sport entirely. Because I don't think that that's the case. My guess is that all the millionaires are going to want to keep making millions of dollars, which will be a very strong incentive to come up with some sort of compromise.
But the billionaires don't want to pay the millionaires any more money than they're already paying.
Correct.
Let's not act like people haven't picketed and protested and walked out on their jobs with their unions, like, I don't know, forever.
Forever.
It doesn't mean that, like, construction workers didn't eventually return to work.
Or nurses didn't come back to work.
Or teachers or anything like that.
So
but
we
got to
can
stand for what you believe in.
But we can all agree that in the end, either owners will budge off their demand for a salary cap or players will budge off their demand for no salary cap. Because if neither side budges, we will never have baseball again. So someone's going to budge.
I believe it will be the owners.
Okay, fine. But that means that there is going to be a compromise at some point. Someone is going to budge.
Yeah. Yeah. I just started when we were at spring training. Jay Cronenworth recommended, and Jay Cronenworth is the union representative for the San Diego Padres and one of the 8 executive guys.
Nick Pivetta is actually the team rep. Jake is actually above that. He's one of 8 executive subcommittee members. That's kind of even more instrumental to the league's strategy, the players' union strategy for the upcoming CBA negotiations.
So we talked to Crony, and he is extremely passionate about this. And I did not know that about Jake Cronenworth. We've known Jakey a long time. And he recommended a book. He said, go get the book. It's called The Game, Inside the Secret World of Major League Baseball's Power Brokers. It's by John Pessah, P-E-S-S-A-H. Pessah?
Pessah.
Yeah. Pessah. John Pessah. So I started reading. I got it. And I started reading it last night. And the very first chapter is Bud Selig and his cronies when he was just the owner of the Milwaukee Brewers, Ben. But he was, very high up, well-respected. He and his cronies trying to oust one Fay Vincent from the game of baseball. Fay Vincent did have 5 or 6 guys on his side, one of which was George W. Bush.
This was back when the commissioner was more of an independent figure rather than a puppet of the owners.
That's exactly right. It's funny, though. So the George W. Bush was one of the most staunch defenders of Fay Vincent. And George W. Bush also had eyes on becoming the next commissioner of baseball, but they didn't think he was smart or sharp enough to run baseball. So then he became governor, and then he became president after that, but could not run the game of baseball. It's pretty cool. And they talk about, what it meant to oust that guy from the position. They're talking about Donald Fair, who's like
union leader. Donald Fair.
He's amazing at what he does. They talk about the greed of the owners, how they've wanted, a salary cap even back then. This is probably, when was Fay Vincent around? The 90s? 80s. They've been wanting this for a long time. Like this has been on their docket for a long time. They've never gotten it. Why would they get it now when baseball is in good shape?
Well, here's maybe one reason why. As much as fans always say they're in favor of the players, and they blame the owners much more than the players for the disparity between small market, big market teams. When the question was asked, are you in favor of a salary cap system?
This is revealing.
With cap and floor in Major League Baseball. 68% of fans said yes.
And I think you have to ask yourself, why? Why do you, if you're in that boat, why is suppressing the players' salaries moving forward, therefore benefiting the owners more to get that cap and to get that floor? Why is that something that you as a fan are interested in? I want my guys to make less money so that he or she can make more money in the front office. Why is that your fan perspective? Is it because you feel that it evens the playing field? Okay, maybe a little bit. Maybe that's a fair statement. I think that's going to take a while to catch up. I do. I think if you put in a cap and a floor, I don't think you're going to see some teams rocket up the standings and spend more money. I really don't. But like everything, you may have to suffer for a while to get the game in a better place, even though it's hard to imagine the game in a better place than it is right now with ratings through the roof, more people watching, billions of dollars pouring in. It's in such a good, healthy place.
I guess for me, and I'm sure Jake would probably disagree with this take, but shouldn't the ultimate strategy of players is you want the most money spent on payroll possible? Let's keep it simple. Let's say they mandated a $200 million payroll exactly for all 30 teams. That would be, what, $6 billion in overall salary every single year. Or let's say they made a $300 million salary cap, but other teams could still spend 70 or 80 million and they only end up spending 5 billion. Wouldn't you rather take the system that forces owners to spend the most money possible? Even if there was, quote unquote, a cap, if they're spending more than they were, isn't that a win for the players? So that's what I think fans like the idea of a floor more than the cap. Yeah, they love the idea of a floor.
They love the idea
there's
of a
no
floor.
floor without a cap.
Right.
So they want the floor instituted because most fans are fans of teams that probably you want them to spend more, not less. You know, I'm sure Dodgers fans aren't in favor of a salary cap. They love what their team is doing.
No, they'll be grandfathered in. They'll be fine.
Well, if that's true, isn't there a way for the players to come out as a winner on this, even if there is a salary cap? As I've been saying, you make a cap high enough, you make a floor high enough, there is a way to make it work where the players are going to say, yeah, we can do that. And that's where I think this is heading. And will it in 15, 20 years, maybe finally start having an effect and tamping down some of the salaries at the top end like it has in basketball?
Has it though? Has it in basketball?
Oh, absolutely.
Don't these guys make these max contracts of 80 million bucks?
And if they didn't have a salary cap,
LeBron
players
would
like
make 600
Shea
million.
Gilgeous-Alexander would make $300 million a year. But the players on the bottom end, the veteran exceptions, are making $16 million. You never even heard of these guys. They're the seventh player on the roster, and they're getting a $12 million contract.
So Satan's Blowfish says fans want a cap too. Only the media is twisting this into the fans don't really know what they want. This is actually super complex, even though every other league in the U.S. does it. I don't know if you did a poll on NFL players, that they would say that their union is so strong and they're protected and taken care of as well as baseball players are, because they're not. Those contracts are not guaranteed. And that's a problem in the NFL. It's a huge problem. But what they say is, hey, man, you want to play football? This is the way that it is. And that's what I think fans are asking. They don't want to see salaries skyrocket because then they feel it in their pocketbook potentially. But ultimately, who sets those prices? It's not the players. It's the owners who set the prices.
I will make a surprising admission to you about a potential salary cap in baseball. But first, we got to check traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Well, it's been all about that South 805 ride into Mission Valley this morning. Now looks like emergency crews have reopened one or two of the left lanes for traffic to squeeze by, but those right-hand lanes remain blocked, as well as the transition ramps to east and westbound 8. It's all due to that big rig fire from early this morning. So give yourself extra time if that is your route. Maybe consider taking a different freeway. South 163, for instance. Yeah, crash clearing right before Friars Road. Westbound 8, 125 got a crash. Looks like that may be in the clearing stage. Southbound 15 before Rancho Bernardo Road, we have reports of a ladder in the fast lane. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios, we know how. Here, let me ask you in the form of a question. If they did institute a salary cap in baseball, which team do you think would benefit the most from the salary cap? Which team would be able to still work the system the best?
LA.
The Dodgers would have the most success under a salary cap system. I have no doubt about it because they do the best in everything else. They spend the most on their everything outside of their salary as well. Yes, they wouldn't be able to buy every single player, but they would still have an intrinsic advantage. They'd have LA, they'd have the media market, they'd have all the other benefits that they still have over every other team if there was a salary cap. You're not creating some sort of coin flip between 30 teams. I think there's a misinterpretation by fans that a salary cap would then make the Pirates would be just as even with the Dodgers, just like the Green Bay Packers are, even with bigger market teams like the Chicago Bears when they shouldn't be because of the market size. Not true. It'd be more like basketball, where the LA Lakers and the New York Knicks and the Boston Celtics would still be the best teams, usually under a salary cap system. But it would allow smaller market teams, if they landed some big stars, were able to keep them, to have periods of sustained success.
Like you're seeing.
If the that's kind of how it works in basketball.
It is how it works.
But again, you're talking about apples and oranges, where one guy can literally make the difference. You draft a number 1 draft pick. Cool, man. We'll see you in 5 years. And maybe you'll be good, but not enough to carry a team, because there's guys like Mike Trout that exist. The best player in baseball for a decade. Team made the playoffs 1 time.
Yeah.
It's different. It's different in football when you get a good quarterback or a great running back.
What I don't like about the system in baseball right now is that the Pittsburgh Pirates, really, no matter what they do, I don't think they're going to be able to keep Paul Skeens.
I know.
But if they could offer him a max deal right now, like they do in basketball, they encourage basketball players, they give them they can make more by staying with their team.
Here's the problem:
then the Pirates could offer him a max deal right now.
They can,
and Skeens would want to take it and would want to stay. But right now, Paul Skeens has no incentive to sign a long-term deal with the Pirates, because he knows the longer he waits, he can price himself out of the Pirates.
100%. And the fact is he also plays for an owner that has shown an unwillingness to spend any money at all, really, to improve the team. So he's like, why am I staying here on a sinking ship when I don't want to be the guy that takes up 70% of our payroll and go out and pitch every 5 days for a team that wins 60 games?
But if every team had a couple of max players, and he would be theirs.
See, it's different in baseball. Max players don't matter.
If there was a salary cap, a salary cap in baseball, there would be absolutely max value contracts, and players would make a max value. Shohei Ohtani would be hurt badly by a salary cap system. He would make much less than he could on an open market.
Yeah,
there are players that would be hurt badly.
LeBron in the NBA.
Yes, like LeBron or other stars in the NBA. But there would be other players that would be helped quite a bit by salary floors, and the question is, who in the players union really has that? Who is going to win that battle? Because
the fact that all of the cheap owners in baseball are dying for a salary cap and floor should tell you something. The fact that they're all looking at the Dodgers and signing Kyle Tucker to $65 million a year, they are using that as the jumping off point to suppress salaries. And that's kind of where Crony was coming from. And that's what I'm kind of gleaning from this book and from some of these stories that I'm reading. It is as convoluted of a mess as ever. And I feel like I'll go 10 different ways on it. I really do. I feel like there will be days I'll be like, you guys got to get this done. You guys are being greedy. And then I'll be like, of course the owners are greedy. They're owners. That's what they do. It's just hard for the fan, the casual, not even casual, the passionate baseball fan that depends on 162 a year for their mental health. You know what I mean? Like something that they look forward to every year. It's hard for us to be able to wade through some of this stuff. But I generally, because I'll tell you this, man, there are guys in our business, in the radio business, that have signed contracts that are embarrassing. They're embarrassing to the profession. And guess who that screws? That screws me. That screws me. And that screws you. And that screws you. It happens all the time. And that sucks when they do it. No, bro, San Diego be on the radio? Yeah, I'll do it for $35,000. Dude, forget it.
Yeah.
Forget it. Like, I gotta side with the labor on this one. I do.
There are some other poll results we can get into at some point. But when we come back, we'll have our biggest fan contest announcement and some Reindl Report headlines from Pauly. So stay tuned. One more hour still to go on a Tuesday with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. you want to have a good discussion about baseball's labor war, about wearing tank tops on the golf course, or about rice, this is the place to come. It's Ben and Woods.
Or Costco.
On 97.3 The Fan.
Costco experts. Definitely not labor experts, certainly. I'm hoping this book will shed some light on it, certainly, because it's, people are in the chat saying, well, it's actually not that complex. No, it is. It is complex. It's very, very complex. When you've got 30 owners and you got a billion players all fighting for one thing, it's not easy. It's not as simple as, and again, I think incremental changes over time is something that you're going to have to deal with, whether you're a player or an owner, whatever it may be. There's got to be some sort of middle ground, and the middle ground could be kind of the loose cap that the NBA employs, but I don't know. Again, I'm hesitant to look at the NBA as the best example, just because of the sheer number of players involved in one sport, and not so. You need 5 guys, to start on an NBA team, 26-man rosters in baseball, minor leagues, all of that. It's different, man. It's different. But I do think it would be fun to see the quote unquote even playing field, right? To see what it would look like when the Royals can spend $400 million and the Dodgers can spend $400 million, and let's see who wins in scouting, development, drafting, all of that.
But the owners aren't the only ones who are somewhat divided because of different markets. If I remember correctly, the last time we had this labor, negotiation, 2022, and we got to the near, spring training was starting to be impacted and the regular season was going to be impacted. When they came up with the final deal, every member of the baseball executive subcommittee said to players, vote no. This isn't a good deal for us.
Yeah.
And it passed anyway because players wanted to get back onto the field.
Yeah.
So players aren't 100% united on all this either.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's true. It's a good point, because there are probably guys going, you're joking. Like we can't miss games. Like there's no way we can miss games. There's guys that aren't as financially set as some of these other guys, and they need the money. So I totally get it.
All right, before we get to our Reindl Report, it is time to announce today's biggest fan. If you hear your name called, you'll have 10 minutes to call us back at 833-288-0973 and qualify for our grand prize, 20 tickets for you and your friends for a night in our Odyssey Suite at a Padres game with all the fan staff, catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. And if you don't want all the fan staff, if you want to say, hey, I don't want Woods there,
deal,
you can absolutely
you can do that.
Exclude 100%. Certain fan staff members. We have no problem with that. Pick and choose the fan staff you want.
It's so true. I'd love, thanks for winning the prize. I don't want Woods there. Listen,
no, I don't want anyone to feel like I don't want to win that prize because Paul's going to be there.
Yeah, no skin off my back.
I get it. I
get it also. So maybe you don't like, whatever, but that's fine. You just gotta let me know.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't hurt my feelings.
No. This morning's biggest fan is Patrick Area from Spring Valley. Patrick Area from Spring Valley. You've got 10 minutes to call us at 833-288-0973. Paulie, take it away. And get things started here with our today's edition of the Reindl Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report.
Hey, Paul, how you doing? Okay, how are you?
On 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a yeah? Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right. Happy Tuesday, gentlemen.
Happy Tuesday.
Where to start off? A little update here on a former friend of the show. Well, I guess he's still a friend of the show. We haven't stopped the friendship. But you guys remember a couple of years ago when we had Cristo Fernandez on the show? He was
Danny Rojas.
Danny
Rojas.
Apparently, he's been training with a professional team and has been trying to make it professionally as a soccer player. Says here he played 30 minutes in a friendly for USL Championship team El Paso Locomotive against New Mexico United on Saturday.
That was the league the Loyal were in.
Is that the same league?
Same league.
There we go. And they are expected to make a decision later this week on whether or not they'll be signing him to their team.
He looked the part, right?
He really did.
And now, again, they can do miraculous things in TV shows and movies these days. But
Right.
the guy that played Danny
On
Rojas
Ted Lasso.
looked the part.
He's been training with the club since last Thursday. He's 35 years old. And he says here he played for an academy in Mexico as a teenager before he had injuries to his knee. Then he pivoted to acting. But he wants to still pursue this career as a soccer player.
Good for him.
Do you think, like, really put the screws to him? Does he remember doing the interview with us at all?
Why do you say that?
I'm just wondering.
No. Oh, I thought you meant because he was drunk or something. No, he just doesn't remember. He did a billion of them.
That's what I was thinking too. Like, you couldn't possibly
Is your
remember.
ego that?
No,
big?
I'm assuming the answer is no.
No. It's
Why would you
definitely
ask that
no.
question?
Definitely.
Why
no.
would you don't have to ask every question that pops into your head?
You think Ice Cube remembers that one time 6 years
I'd
ago?
like to think Ice Cube remembers me fondly.
Benny, I promise you, the guys that interviewed with us at spring training last week don't remember interviewing.
You don't
with
think
us.
Ice Cube
No.
remembers Mayonnaise Man?
No.
Really?
No.
Like wacky?
Sometimes you got to make.
Really?
You got to get rid of the
Small
smaller
memories?
memories to make room for the bigger ones.
Does Nick Castellanos remember us?
I was in the band. I wore a cape. So good. No, nobody remembers us ever, and that's kind of the way we want it. You know,
Sort of.
Yeah.
Really?
No, it was a very unmemorable interview. It was fun. It was good to talk to him, but it wasn't. We didn't get to.
I mean, I literally said, "You guys remember when we had this guy on the
And
show?"
I
And Woods was
forgot
like,
his
Who the
name.
hell is that?
Yeah, I thought it was a pitcher or something. He said
Cristo
Cristo Fernandez. I'm like,
Fernandez.
oh, is it a pitcher? No,
You don't
he
think
doesn't.
Ice Cube remembers me?
No.
Cube
No.
doesn't remember
If you
me?
saw him in an airport and
Well,
he was
doesn't
like,
know what I look like.
no, but if you saw him in an airport, he was sitting at the airport
Listen.
bar, and you walked up and sat next to him, and you go, I don't want to bother you,
I'm
man.
Mayonnaise Man. You remember
I'm
me?
Mayonnaise Man from
He would
that interview.
remember
He
that.
might. He might.
I feel like he might.
I rapped that song to you on my
Yes.
radio show. He may remember.
Now we got Mayonnaise Man.
I think he might remember that.
He might. That was memorable. I've never heard my lyrics butchered in such a way.
Right.
It was
I
great.
mean, maybe.
Stood out.
Hey, remember the time we insulted you?
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, and had him read. Yeah, hit the do.
Hit the
Hit the dough.
All right, we'll move on.
Good for him. I hope he gets signed.
Now we talked about this on Friday when you were out. This pervert over here to my right brought it up for do this. The Atlanta Hawks are doing a promotion coming up in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Magic City Monday,
Okay.
where they will be honoring an iconic gentleman's establishment in the Atlanta area.
Didn't we
Paying-
just do a Magic City story? Something. Somebody went to Magic City or something. Did we not? It's famous. It's
It is
world
very
famous.
famous.
Yeah.
For
So the
lemon
Atlanta
pepper
Hawks.
wings.
Yes, they're doing Magic City Night, and we were talking about that on Friday. Ben brought it up as his do this.
I love what the Hawks are doing. I think this is great.
The game is going to be on March 16th against the Orlando Magic. They're going to have T.I., a very famous Atlanta-based rapper.
Yes.
He will be performing at the game. It says the Hawks will serve the world-famous wings at the game, and there will be limited edition merch.
They have gone. They're literally saying we're going to, at our basketball game, serve the world-famous strip club wings, and we're going to have merch for, what's the name of it?
Magic City.
Magic
City. Save him saying Magic City.
Yeah. The internet was very quick to remember because of NBA and strip club. Remember back in 2020, they had the bubble. And players could choose to opt in, but it's like, hey, if you do this, you cannot leave
Yeah,
the
you got to
bubble.
stay in the bubble.
And some players said, I can't do it. Well, back in 2020, Lou Williams actually left the bubble and said he had a family emergency to go to.
He went to Magic City.
But on his way to the family emergency,
Yeah.
he had to stop by Magic City.
Needed
They were
the
in
wings.
Orlando in the bubble, and he said, I got to go. I got to get these wings. He went. So there
That's
was
incredible.
one critic, though, in the NBA he's getting dragged for his opinion. And I think he knew this was going to be an unpopular opinion, but Luke Cornett, center for the San Antonio Spurs, he has been blogging recently this season, and he said that it would be a poor look on the NBA to pay respects and have a Magic City Monday night for the Atlanta Hawks. Is it a bad look?
I think it's
Is
a
it
bad
a
look
different
for Luke
look?
Cornett.
Do you? Look at you.
I think Luke Cornett acting like he needs to step in and defend some sort of honor of women who choose to work at Magic City is more insulting, much more, than the Atlanta Hawks hosting a Magic City night to honor a cultural institution. In their town.
All right. Okay.
Look at me.
There is
defending the gentleman's establishments now.
Nobody is surprised by that, by the way. And nobody in this room is surprised by that. We got breaking news in baseball. Do you see this?
They've reached a labor deal.
No.
It's amazing.
47 seconds ago, Jeff Passenbaum, Atlanta Braves designated hitter Jurickson Profar is facing a 162-game suspension after testing positive for a performance-enhancing drug for the second time.
Jerks.
Sources told ESPN. Oh, my God.
I mean, not done yet, I guess. He's got one more strike, right?
Next time's the lifetime ban.
60 games, full season, lifetime?
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
I'm reading all right now.
6th player in history to get the 2-time offender label. Will forfeit the entirety of his $15 million salary. Obviously ineligible for the postseason. So he's just going to be gone all of 2026.
Whoa.
He can't play in the WBC for the Netherlands either now.
That is staggering.
Wow, dude.
What does he possibly have to say? I guess we'll find out.
I had heard, at least I think maybe it was his excuse the first time, was fertility. It was for fertility, which I'm going through that currently myself. I don't think they'd let me play on the WBC team right now, to be honest with you. So fertility injections and things like that. But that's exactly what he got popped for, is exactly what I'm taking. It's exactly what I'm taking now.
It's tough to see, man. As a guy that we all loved here when he was with the Padres.
Yeah, I hate it.
You felt so happy for him. Like, you were sad to see him move on, but happy that the guy finally had that big season.
Got $45 million deal or something.
And moved on. And you're like, man, good for him. And it has been
team.
Horrible ever since.
Good Lord, man.
I was not expecting that. That is shocking.
C20 Moreno says he's done in ATL. They still have to pay him $15 million next year, no matter what. If they cut him, they would still owe him $15 million next year, even though he would have been suspended for 75% of his first 2 years.
And like Max says, man,
the Braves.
When you get strike one, right? Strike one,
right?
That is, if that was the case, and he was taking HCG, which is exactly what I'm taking, 3 shots a day for 3 times a week. If you know that you got strike one and you get popped, and guys, we're trying to get pregnant here. Okay, fine. I'll wear my 80-game suspension. It can't happen again.
My guess is it's something different
it's
this time.
It's got to be something different.
Yeah. But you really can't happen again in anything at all.
Man. That makes me sad for him, but also, like, come on, bro. I love Jurickson, but, like,
you can't really defend you on this one.
You keep going to the oven and you're touching the pan that's piping hot. You're like, why is my hand searing?
And
because
by
you keep
the way,
grabbing the pan.
I think, and I hope to never have to eat these words. I think we'd have the same reaction if it happened to Fernando Tatis Jr. again.
We would.
Like, dude, we forgave you for one mistake.
Yeah.
You can't make another one. You just can't.
Yeah. You just can't. It can't happen. One, you get a pass, whatever. People are forgiving. This one, if you're a Braves fan, you are just livid.
Oh, yeah. You're like, dude, you got to go. You're done.
Yeah.
But you can't. Guaranteed contract, $15 million next year, whether he's on your team or not. Unless he gets suspended again, and then he's out for life. I believe is strike 3.
Juan, I will slit your throat. Juan says Woods juicing and still gets beaten in a race by Ben. He didn't beat me in a race. He will never beat me in a race. Ever. I would be willing to venture I could beat you backwards.
Am I backwards? Or am I forwards?
No, you're forwards. I'm running backwards.
I'll take that back.
I did leg day yesterday. I'll still take it.
Okay, we can arrange for this.
Backwards versus
right
forwards.
Oh, let's go.
In the hall.
Right
well, I don't want you to crash.
Oh, hang on. All right, I will do play-by-play. All right, where are you guys going? All the way down the hall. All right, so Woodsy is going to go. They're moving down the hall entirely out of view, but Woodsy is going to run backwards. Ben will be running forward, and they have taken off. Ben has tried to push Woodsy out of the way. Somebody fell down. Ben,
backwards. I told you.
Ben fell down.
I told you.
Woods was in the lead. I saw Ben leaning forward.
And went before I even started.
I beat him backwards. backwards. I beat him by a leg.
Did you fall?
Yes, you fell.
I was blocked. I was trying to get by him. There was no room to get past him.
He was.
It was like a
Woodsy in the lead.
NASCAR race, and I couldn't get around him. There was nowhere to go. It was a 6-meter race.
Got you.
Mm.
Come on, man.
All right. Well,
he did fall at the end.
I saw him. I was
Which was amazing.
Somebody fell. Somebody fell.
I was so afraid he was going to pull his hammy.
The band is on the field. Somebody fell.
So good.
That was a lot of Atlanta talk in the Reindl Report.
That was.
Finally, we will wrap it up with McDonald's is debuting a new menu item today. I don't think we talked about this last
That's my PED of choice, actually. McDonald's, yes.
Yeah, exactly. McDonald's is debuting the Big Arch Burger.
How did you gain all the weight?
Yes.
The Big Arch Burger.
The Big Arch Burger.
It's a new debut. It's not something they're bringing back.
Biggest and boldest burger yet. And I'll put up a little video here in our YouTube stream. But the Big Arch Burger, where did I go here? All right. It is debuting today for a limited time. McDonald's biggest and boldest ever, according to them. It says it's going to feature 2 quarter-pound beef patties.
Okay.
3 slices of white cheddar cheese.
Ooh.
Crispy onions.
Ooh.
Slivered raw onions.
Okay.
Lettuce and pickles. And it comes with the Big Arch sauce, which is their, quote, perfect balance of mustard, pickle, and sweet tomato flavors.
Okay.
As well as a toasted sesame and poppy seed coated bun.
So it's a mustard ketchup combo.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Sweet tomato and mustard.
Yes.
Not bad.
McDonald's sauce. Exactly. And then it says here it's going to weigh. Weighing in at just over 1,000 calories for this burger, which is more than 3 times the amount of a regular McDonald's cheeseburger. Those are smaller, but this is like 3 times.
Yeah,
that
this
amount.
is the Big Arch. This is not just the Arch.
A Big Mac, for comparison, is about 500 calories. This is 1,057 calories.
1,057 calories.
Don't act like you don't eat things that are 1,000 calories all the time.
I did crush a Big Mac when we were.
That's
on our
not
way
1,000.
Back. That's
That's
570.
You could add 2 Big Macs would be about as much as the Big Arch burger.
See, all I heard in my head was Paulie going, "Bro, you can have 2 Big Macs and you'll be fine." That's all I heard. Instead of 1 next time, just get 2.
You can have
and
2
it won't
Big
be
Macs.
near as bad as the Big Arch.
Woodsy, you can have 2 Big Macs. Blah 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 blah.
That's all I heard.
Blah blah blah
That
blah
is
blah
all
blah
I
blah.
heard. Do you guys want to try the Big Arch? Because I do. I'd like to split it into thirds. We get 330 a piece.
It's just a little snack at that point.
Yeah, 100%. It looks good.
The Big Arch Burger
Looks good. I'm weary of
I've
the
seen
sauce.
a couple of skeptical reviews so
Have you?
far. Yeah.
Read them.
I don't have it right in. Let me see if I can find out. Let's see. Big.
Well, who's reviewing it? It hasn't come out yet.
No,
Came
some
out
people
today.
got an early taste. People
came out
got
today.
Came out today.
All right.
The
So here's
Marvelous
the
Muncher weigh in on this.
big McDonald's Big Arch review from the takeout. Cast this burger into the fast food abyss and just order a Big Mac, according to the takeout.
What are they saying on Eat Her?
I don't think it even rates Eat Her.
They don't.
Okay.
They don't go to McDonald's.
No, they do not.
Let's
on
see.
Eat Her.
Anything specific that they don't like about it?
That was the video of the CEO that like barely took a
take a
nibble.
little
He was
nibble,
like,
yeah.
He's like,
this
try
is
the Big Arch.
yummy.
It's so good.
Yes. that
Tiny
video.
little bite. He did look disgusted. All right. I do want to try. I want a bite of it. Can you go get me one?
Right
Loser
now?
of the race goes to get a Big Arch right now.
I don't think they're available yet because it's breakfast hours still.
Man.
Otherwise, I would happily go get you one.
Pretty jarring news about Jerks and Profar. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
Said Woods is on the juice. It's for fertility. It's literally for fertility. It doesn't make me any stronger. I'll tell you that.
Makes you faster backwards.
Is what we'd be
Doesn't make me
worried
do
about.
better radio either. No, it's just part of the whole process. You guys watched me do it when we were in Arizona. I had
Yeah,
to
he was
shoot the right in my belly. It's not great.
basically like living with Jose Canseco.
Pretty much. Without any of the prodigious power or athleticism. That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
That Woods shooting up again in the kitchen. Yeah.
Yep,
There
3
he
of
is.
these. Man, that is rough, dude. That is rough.
All right. Thank you, Paulie. We got to take a quick time out. We still have Sammy spring training Sammy to get to. Check in from Peoria, Arizona. All coming up with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
Now, if you're really looking for good food available 24 hours a day,
100%.
You can always go to Sammy's at 7 Mile and order off the 24/7 Players menu. You're going to find amazing menu items like the best Kung Pao chicken in San Diego. It is my absolute favorite. And then while you're there, well, sit down at one of their great card tables.
Yeah, man, you can play California-style blackjack, Texas Hold'em, Pai Gow, and Baccarat, and have a great time while you're doing it as well in a smoke-free environment. And a card room that you go into, you hear the word card room, and you go, ooh, seedy, dingy, smoky, dusky. No, it's
None of
not.
that.
It's bright. It's airy. There's no smoke. It's fantastic. You don't feel like you did anything wrong.
Think like cool restaurant.
Yeah.
There you can also play cards.
That's right. Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's what it feels like when you go in there. They take good care of you. Friendly dealers, comfortable chairs, TVs throughout the place, beautiful patio, and you don't have to drive, 40 miles into the East County and back to play cards. You just hop on the 5 freeway, head south to Chula Vista, get off at E. You're already on Bay Boulevard. That's the frontage road along the freeway. Pulling right in about quarter mile later to 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
This hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by GL Pools, the company trusted by thousands of San Diegans to keep their pools sparkling, swim-ready, and expertly maintained. Call GL Pools now and say radio for a free month of service.
Radio.
Again, the breaking news, just missed it. Jerks and Profar suspended 162 games for a second positive PED test by Major League Baseball. Ouch.
Good point here by Rich Roberts. Says, could we interest you in Alex Verdugo at Braves? It's going to cost you. Yeah. So it's hard for me to wrap my head around this. It really is. It's crazy. I mean, again, you got popped last year, and now you're missing the entire freaking season with no pay. That's the risk reward, right? Like, maybe you risk it to get the big fat contract, but then once you get the big fat contract, just go out and play baseball, right? Like, I mean, that actually makes sense in my head.
A $45 million deal.
3 years, 45.
He could have gone and hit 120 with 3 homers. They would have had to pay him the whole thing.
Still making 45.
But now, at the very most, he's going to make 21 million. Half of that. He's lost half of that already.
Of that. How do you again? But you're also talking about baseball players where Emmanuel Clase is like, hey man, let me throw a ball in a playoff game for $17. I'll do it. Like, it's stupid.
Yeah.
Logic doesn't enter in there sometimes, so doesn't make sense.
We gave you that sexy Dominican Republic lineup earlier. How about the USA lineup for today's game against the San Francisco Giants? Team USA and the WBC. Leading off at shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr. Nice. Batting second, first baseman Bryce Harper. Batting third, right fielder Aaron Judge. DH, cleaning up Kyle Schwarber. Batting fifth at third base, Alex Bregman. Catching and batting sixth, Cal Raleigh. Batting seventh in left field, Roman Anthony.
Cal Raleigh is batting sixth.
Yeah, batting eighth in center field, Byron Buxton. And batting ninth, second baseman Bryce Terang with Paul Skeens on the mound.
Who's the 8 hole?
Byron Buxton.
My God, man. If you're a Twins fan, you are terrified. Byron Buxton's playing in this thing because he's hurt. He's oft injured.
Right.
He's all you have.
He's all you have. Right now.
Could have Jackson Merrill out there.
Could have.
Jackson said he's happy not to be playing though. He's okay with it.
I think that's just something you say when you don't get picked. Oh, I didn't want to go.
I didn't even want to play.
I didn't even want to play.
He wanted to be in
I'd
camp
rather be here in Peoria.
Establish myself as a leader.
I'd rather
in Peoria.
I'd rather be here in Peoria playing here instead of with all of those guys in that lineup. Yeah, man. Purple says big old lineup of boring. Come on. That lineup's good. I don't think it's as potent as the DRs. I don't. But
no, but the pitching staff is probably
pitching
better,
is probably better. Give me the Dominican pitching staff. They're pretty good too. Dominican. You have it?
I do not have it.
Hang on.
But I'm here for you. Whatever you need.
I'll just do this live on the air. Here we go. Sandy Alcantara, Christopher Sanchez, Brian Bayo, Luis Severino, Camilo Duvall, Carlos Estevez, Sir Anthony Dominguez, Abner Uribe, Albert Abreu. And then the U.S. has, of course, Paul Skeens, Tarek Skubal for just a minute. They've got
Logan Webb,
Jonah Tong,
Nolan McLean.
I mean, not Jonah Tong. Nolan McLean. Who else?
Mason Miller.
USWBC pitching.
Definitely have the pitching advantage. Lineup, I would agree. I'd give to the DR.
Yeah.
Pitching, I would definitely give to Team USA. And somehow Japan ends up being the best team, even though we don't know half
exactly.
of the players,
we know like a few of them.
They're going to play the best brand of baseball. Like they're going to be the most cohesive group. They're going to look like they've been together for years.
Matthew Boyd, David Bednar, Griffin Jacks, Mason Miller, all expected to pitch in today's tune-up game. So cross your fingers. Hopefully everybody gets out healthy.
DR has Wandy. Don't forget about Wandy.
Oh, Wandy Peralta. That's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Your favorite Padre.
He is my favorite Padre.
I know he is.
He is.
All right, let's take a quick time out. We'll get an update. Sam Levitt's got an update on one Walker Buehler from Padres spring training in Peoria. We'll get to that coming up next.
Can I tell you how proud I am of you for not doing Buehler yet since we've signed him?
They did it once.
You did it once?
I think so.
I don't think you did. I think I would remember. I just wanted to tell you how proud I am of you.
You're welcome. On San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Humul Casino Resort, now open.
My fault. Apparently, you did Bueller last week, Marcos says.
I'm pretty sure I did.
I must have missed
It
that.
was some sort of like roll, like we were taking roll of who was there with the Padres.
Damn it.
And I wasn't even going in that direction, but then it was just sitting there. Oh, Bueller.
Bueller. You know I get weird on remotes, so maybe I wasn't paying attention.
We'll get to an update.
Well, thanks for only doing it once.
You're welcome. Just once. Yeah, we'll get an update on Walker Bueller from Sam Levitt standing by right after our last check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Got a few problems wrapping up our morning drive. That big one southbound 805 before the 8. Still going to find all but the left lane blocked due to that early morning big rig fire. They're doing a lot of cleanup around that. Can't access east or westbound 8 from that south 805. So stay to the left if you insist upon taking that route. But I'd consider taking southbound 15, southbound 163 instead. Yeah, those freeways looking much better. Stall Car Telegraph Canyon Road off ramp south 805 and northbound 805 a stall at the westbound King Freeway connector ramp. Watch out for some metal debris in middle lanes northbound 5 right before Claremont Drive. I'm Kelly Danick with Fan & Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station. 97.3 The Fan.
Spring Training Sam Levitt brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Maybe David Shapiro can handle Jurick's and Profar's appeal. Good people.
I think it's criminal.
Charged with PEDs again, Sammy. Oh, that is tough to hear this morning.
Yeah. Once I think you can forgive, twice, man. You kind of wonder what's going on and missing a whole season, and the Braves still having to pay him next year. So, yeah, not great. Obviously that came out after Clubhouse already closed. Obviously, a lot of Padres are close with Jurickson. We know that. Certainly Fernando and Manny and a lot of others as well. So we'll see. It really has nothing to do with the Padres at this point. But yeah, I mean, and a big loss for the Braves who have already dealt with a ton of injury stuff already this spring training. So not good all the way around.
Man, that's crazy. Sammy Levitt joins us live from Peoria, Arizona. What's the latest? Walker Buehler will get his first attempt on the slab here pretty soon.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting couple of days. Pivetta will go today. Then you'll have Joe Musgrove facing hitters in a real game setting. It'll be against Great Britain tomorrow. So that is notable, and it'll be good to see Joe on the stadium mound tomorrow. And then, Walker Buehler, it looks like will pitch on Thursday against Seattle. And, again, I mentioned it to you guys yesterday. When he threw his game against Korea's NC Dinos, I think they felt pretty good about where he was at. And it sounded like the velocity was kind of a pleasant, I don't want to say surprise, but was where they hoped it would be, especially early in that outing, which I think is kind of a key piece right now with Walker Buehler. So it's going to be interesting as we come down the stretch and we get into the final few weeks of spring to see how that continues to progress, the race for that fifth and final rotation spot. But getting Walker Buehler out there in a real Cactus League game, it's another step for him and continues to be probably one of the main storylines right now at spring training.
Sammy, I know you were hosting for the Gwen and Chris show yesterday, so I don't know if you got to see Michael King's performance, but clearly still working on some stuff. What are you hearing about Michael King and where he stands in terms of his readiness?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I didn't see a lot of it yesterday. I saw briefly some of the highlights and some of the hits that the A's had. I really wouldn't worry too much about a spring training outing on March 2nd, as long as he's feeling healthy. And that is priority number one. I think not much to be worried about. I didn't get a chance to talk to him today about his outing, and obviously I wasn't at the game yesterday, but I wouldn't make too big a deal out of it. Results this time of year. And I thought, you made the good point earlier. I was listening earlier this morning, that with his mechanics, this early in the year, you almost wonder how quote unquote difficult it can be to kind of sync things up and make sure everything's firing the way you want it to. So anyway, I think with Michael, especially this spring training, when he's only thrown 72 innings last year, the most important thing is that he's healthy. And to this point, it's been that way.
Yeah, man. He's such a competitor on the mound, and you saw it. I mean, he threw a pitch and it got hammered, and you saw the look of disappointment in his face. I mean, he's that guy likes to win. If it's a spring training game, if it's a backfield game, it doesn't really matter.
And by the way, his first outing, he was really sharp.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he was really, really sharp. So again, Cactus League game on March 2nd, as long as that guy is healthy heading into opening day, to me that's really the only thing that
it's such a good opportunity for him to learn from what went wrong too, because
sure,
you give up a bomb to Christian Moore against the Angels, a highly touted prospect, but other than that looked really, really sharp, and then gave up a bomb to Soderstrom and got hit around a little bit. It's good for them. It's good for them. They need to remember what that feels like every now and then, and to bounce back from it.
Yeah, it's funny. We talked about it on the afternoon show yesterday. If you ever needed a reason to not read too much into spring training results, that Castellanos situation where he works that great at bat early in the game and then hits one down the line that's clearly fair, could have been a 2-run double, and instead is ruled foul and he ends up grounding into a double play. If you ever needed more confirmation that you can't just look at the box score and really take much away from these games, that was kind of it. Not to devalue the Cactus League too much, because I think for a lot of guys it's important, but certainly guys that are going to make the team and more veteran guys, you certainly take all the results with a grain of salt.
By the way, he's been robbed of a home run and a double now. That's significant slug for Nick Castellanos that he's been robbed of. Literally, it was a home run. They said it was a double, and then he hit a double that they said was a foul ball, and they ended up grounding into a double play. So that's, if you're Casty, you're like, all right, I'm just going by the results, how the swing feels.
Right.
I thought the first base action yesterday was so interesting, and he's learning a new position at the highest level that you can learn it, and he got plenty of opportunities to make plays, and he actually did make some plays that are really, really tough at first base. So a lot to be encouraged about with Casty. He's done the right thing so far. He said the right thing so far. Can he produce when the bell rings? That's what we'll all wait patiently to see, Sammy. But so far, so good, I think, for Casty.
Yeah, I think all things considered at first base, he's been fairly solid there. It was actually, I wanted to try to talk to him about first base today, and I kind of got, there were a couple people that went over to talk to him. So this early in spring, when there's a line of people, you kind of take a step back. You're like, I can save that for another day. But you're right. I think he's looked fairly good over there. I don't think it's going to be perfect. If he's over there in the regular season, I think we have to have the proper expectations for moments that may not look great. There's a lot of things to consider at first base. And Woodsy, I thought you made, and this is part of what I wanted to talk about with him today, I thought you made a great point of, hey, one of the harder things is probably when you get that ball hit to your right, of knowing when to not go for it, or you take that initial step and then be like, oh, I got to get back over to first base.
The worst feeling.
Yeah, he's played the infield, but he played third base, and the other infield positions, the ball gets hit, you go for it.
Yeah, it's yours.
Period.
I mean, third base, you'll do that cut in front of the shortstop,
Right.
but you got your
especially moving to your right.
Yeah.
You're not worrying about anybody at third base.
You got your momentum and all that, but playing third, that cut to your left, where it's like I got to cut this off before it gets deep in the hole. It's short. That's a play that every third baseman can make. You don't even have to play third base. You know how to make that play and be aggressive to that ball. That one hit to your right, especially as a right-handed first baseman, you're like, oh God, I got to backhand this and then flip. Or I have to retreat to the bag. It is
you don't want to be the guy who doesn't go after the routine grounder, then watches it roll.
Watches it roll in for a hit. Like, it's the worst. You're on an island there, man. It's so funny. It happens all the time.
Yeah. I think all things considered, a couple of weeks into the first base experiment, he's doing a nice job. So we'll see how it progresses. Have you guys talked about Jason Adam?
Yes. The five
father of five girls.
How about that?
Five. That's unbelievable.
How about that? So he was scheduled to throw a live yesterday and then wasn't warming up or anything. So then I spoke to some people, and it turned out that he went back and was there for the birth of his fifth daughter, which is great. Congratulations to the Adam family. I think one thing, and Craig talked about it a little bit today, one thing that we're going to have to monitor as we come down the stretch of spring training, and we're not quite there yet, we still have almost 3 weeks left, is just the status of guys like Adam and guys like Matsui, because that could certainly open up some spots on the opening day roster for some of these relievers. And I think right now it's a little unclear. Adam feels great. Based on what's being said, I know he wants to be ready for opening day. I kind of wonder if the Padres are going to let him and maybe slow play it a little bit, because they need him for the full course of the year beyond just the early part. So that'll be interesting to see how that all shakes out as we come down the home stretch. Griffin Canning's going to throw a bullpen session on the field today. Again, similar situation for him. These guys can fully throw. They're healthy, thrown off a mound. It's everything else. And Canning's a little bit of a different situation. That's been very clearly more of a May thing since the moment he got here. But they're kind of similar, Adam and Canning, in the sense that they're both totally fine throwing off a mound. It's getting past the other parts of being the athlete that they're going to have to answer.
It will all work itself out. It always does.
For sure.
Every single time.
Here's a spring training statistic for both of you that likely doesn't mean anything at all. The San Diego Padres have been the third best at ABS challenges this spring at 61.9%.
I like it.
The turn to the team that's the worst, getting only 21% of their challenges correct.
The Dodgers.
The Los Angeles Dodgers. I assume it means nothing at all. I mean, it could mean the Padres aren't being aggressive enough with their challenges. Dodgers are just probably not even caring that much about it. I have no idea if that means anything.
I don't think
at
so.
this point in spring training.
Hey, I wonder what you guys think about this. The more I watch the ABS, and I really like it, I do. I'm actually very surprised even this early how successful a lot of these challenges are. I will say, though, one thing I think they got to figure out, I don't need the umpire to do the whole turnaround announcement on everyone.
Yeah.
They got to figure that out.
Yeah,
you
I agree.
Speed it up a little bit. Like, I get he has to make it clear to the people upstairs in the official score and the people in the press box of who challenged.
Yes.
I get that. Well, I guess a ball strike kind of, again, why do I have to, like, if you called it a strike, obviously the catcher's not challenging it. So I don't need the turnaround
I
point
agree.
mic on announcement. Can we just you turn, hey, challenge, you don't even turn around.
You
hand
tap
up,
the ump then taps their head and points at whoever challenged.
Right.
And that's it.
Hand
go
up, Mike. Does he need to turn his mic on?
He doesn't need to clear himself either 6 feet away from the catcher and do the big hubbub.
No, we've done so much with speeding up the game. And I think we would all agree at this point, these things have been very, very good. Very good for the game. I think we could speed it up a little bit.
100%.
I don't need the whole turnaround presentation.
Yeah, part of the selling point is how fast it's going to be.
Yeah, I just feel like now we're and the challenges are happening enough where it's like, wow, it slows it down a little bit. And we got to figure that part out. But aside from that, it's been great.
Frenchie says, did you see Patrick Bailey's framing affecting the result of what should be a ball? I don't know that the framing affected it, but one thing you are seeing is those balls that the catcher catch poorly when they're lined up on the inside and they have to reach out to the outside, that the umpires always call balls because the glove ends up way outside. Catchers can catch that. He goes, I know I didn't catch that well, but I'm pretty sure it was a strike and the umpire got fooled.
I'm here for it.
And they can challenge those now and go, that actually was a strike across the plate.
I'm here for it. I love it.
Right.
I think it's been great.
And that's something that we've talked about forever in baseball, right? The idea that, hey, if you don't hit your spot, it's going to be very tough for the umpire to go back the other way and make that call, even if it's in the strike zone. So it's going to be fascinating. It really is. I think, late in games and all the things we've discussed over the last few weeks, it's going to be a kind of an interesting part of the season.
Sammy, have a good rest of your day. We will talk to you again tomorrow morning.
All right, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Sammy. Spring Training Sammy, courtesy of David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, and, of course, all guests on Ben and Woods up here on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better.
Still thinking about jerks and Profar over here.
I heard a clearing of the throat. I thought Paulie was going to make an announcement or something. But
I'm just clearing my throat.
Just cleared his throat for no reason.
Adam sent us a clip that a reporter had asked Jerks and Profar a couple weeks ago or a week ago, whatever, like, hey, what happened last year? Did you make sure in the offseason you took the proper steps to make sure that doesn't happen again? He said, yes, I did. Okay.
The alternative is no, and you're probably going to find something out here in a couple of weeks.
You remember when he played last year he knew already. So I wonder if he knew going in.
Yeah, he may have known already when he was asked that, but what else what are you going to say?
No, it's all good. Everything's fine.
No, I've kept taking everything I had been taking.
Anyway,
before.
I'm late to batting practice, so I got to get out of here. Oh,
I'd feel so much more comfortable just going to the players' lounge and skipping media availability
media altogether. I get it.
That's uncomfortable.
All right, that'll do it for the Tuesday edition of Ben and Woods, live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Braden and Frank standing by. They will come up next, and we will come back tomorrow. We talk about the Aztecs game tonight. Padres White Sox, Nick Pivetta on the mound for Paulie Reindl, Stephen Woods. I'm Ben Higgins. Have a great rest of your Tuesday from all of us here at 97.3 The Fan. So long.